coach. He's a new coach this year, and you got to give him a lot of credit too. And I noticed that they have 52 players suited up, and that is a bunch more than they've had in the last 10 years. They have 10 sophomores and 20 juniors and 22 seniors. And that speaks well for their program. It may be really on the rise. Now, they're not great, I don't think, but they've got a good football team.
The Demons, I saw them play against Randall when we've seen several of the Randall's games this year. And against Randall, they got beat 47-7, and it was over with in about 5-10 minutes, Coop. I mean, it did not take very long. And then, to their credit, Dumas I'm talking about, they rebound from that, beat PD, beat Caprock, beat Pampa, and find themselves in the playoffs. So that's just good coaching and good performance on the part of the Dumas Demons.
Well, it really is. And the coach, like I say, the new coach is kind of sold them on the program, and they're having success with it, and that's what it's all about, to get a bunch of kids out and sell them on your program and have a little bit of success, and then it just kind of blossoms from there sometimes.
Sure. They're not selling programs now, you're selling them on the program, right? Okay. The Whiteface School song played a minute ago, and again, we'll apologize for the lack of a crowd, Mike, but we'll try to kind of open the window here and give you that flair in a tad. Again, the Whiteface is in the locker room getting their last-minute instructions, and while they're doing that, before we get underway, let's take another 60-second break, and we're right back.
You live in Hereford, and you need a job in Hereford.
At Dumas's field in Dumas, Texas, ironically, that's where the field is. The field runs east and west. It is one of the few in America that does that, and typically, obviously, if you're playing earlier in the season, for the time change, it can really be a factor in the faces of the players as they try to catch passes and do that sort of thing, look back into the sun. But primarily, Coop, the wind generally blows north or south, and that kind of affects it. But here tonight, we don't have any wind, so it's just perfect.
Well, it is. It's absolutely perfect. The flag we noticed down in the south end of I guess that's south, is this hanging straight down, so there's no wind. It's just a perfect football night here in Dumas.
Dumas has a sign to run through that says "Slaughter the Herd." Well, that's kind of that's a little tacky, don't you think? I don't know. I'm offended.
I am too, and they got a fire going on each side of the thing, and I think that's what happened to their field. They set their field on fire, and it burned up before they could get it put out.
It does look. It looks like a crop that maybe Maybe Yostin, maybe one of the Yostins might have done this. I don't know how it all came to pass, but they have 2 pitchforks that are lighted. I have enough problem with the demon thing without carrying it to this level, but that's what they run through as they come out on the field, the Demons, that is. Whiteface captains are Jordy Collier and Hunter Bridwell and J.C. Casares as they get ready to go out to midfield, and I would think whoever wins this toss tonight will take the football because there'd be no reason not to. Jordy, we talked about in the pregame with Coach Delosier, what a great job that kid has done all season, did last week in particular against Randall. He was just a one-man wrecking crew out there at linebacker, and he has been a stalwart for the Whitefaces. Bridwell, the senior, Hunter, the wideout, he has just been steady all season long, as is indicated by those 41 passes caught. And then Casares, he of the circus variety catches and able to run with it after he catches the football. He is a dangerous man and one that I'm sure Dumas would like to neutralize if they could here tonight. Key to the ball game, Coop.
Key to the ball game. Yeah. Turnovers.
Turnovers is the key.
I think it could be a pretty even ball game with the exception of turnovers. Whoever has the most turnovers will probably lose. That's my prediction.
All right, boy, that's that happens 99% of the time. So Coopy goes way out on a limb there and predicts that turnovers will determine the outcome. Whitefaces, we have had occasions when we've had problems with turnovers, but it really has not been much of a factor all this season, honestly. We've been pretty good about taking care of the football. Hereford won the toss and took the football, just as you might expect. The Demons will kick from south to north, and we're just about set to get this thing underway as the crowd kind of warms up down beneath us here. Again, we're on the Hereford side of the field, if you will. Coopy's trying to take his jacket off here, and it's not a one-man job. So we've got him fixed now, okay. If the nurse would come in now and check the bedpan, everything will be okay. Whiteface is ready to come through the blow-up helmet down at the south end zone, and they're jumping up and down, and here they come. Smoke pouring out of the helmet. Here come the White Faces. So, as the fight song plays, and the White Faces in their white uniforms, maroon hats, maroon numerals, charge out here and get ready to go to play. The Demons on the far side there in black with white numerals and orange trim, the traditional Halloween outfits of the Dumas Demons. I don't know what else to call them. We are just about at the midfield stripe looking out here, down pretty low really, so all in all, there's Ryan Mungia again. This tonight, no crutches, but the walking cast on his right leg that he broke 2 games ago. Stayed in one more play after he broke it, threw a touchdown pass, and that was his last play as a high school performer. Coop, I guess if you got to go out, that's a pretty good way to go out.
That's a pretty good way to go out, and I'm amazed that he's come as far as he has just in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He is walking on that thing. He's still got that cast on there, a walking cast, but he's getting around pretty good on that thing.
White Faces gather around the coaches here on the near side. Again, it has been a really, really good season. We were talking this morning on the radio. Hereford was picked 4th by the Globe News. Globe News mentioned it was a rebuilding year for the White Faces. And Dumas was picked 5th, and it was mentioned they had a new coach. So it shows what predictions can do for you. Paladura was picked 1st, and you, of course, know that Paladura has won 2 district games.
And Dumas, I think, was picked 2nd, and they're out. And
Pampa,
yep. They're out, and Paladura's out. That's almost unbelievable because they've been in the playoffs so many times.
They got one right. They got Randall. That's the only one out of the 6 that was picked correctly.
Yep.
But the White Faces ready to receive this opening kickoff. Again, both teams able, I would think tonight, to be just pretty loose and play football. You want to win, but there's not the pressure of being eliminated, at least here tonight, as Robbie and Ronnie Collier make their way into the stadium. White Face faithful down beneath us. The band you hear playing to our immediate right, and the Demons ready to kick it away, as Goodhart does. He hits it along the ground, sails, bounces off one of the White Faces, picked up then on the ricochet, back to the 30, out to the 35-yard line, and that was Hereford's Jonathan Davis, who got it on the rebound, got it to the 37. Great field position to start the first possession of the night.
Oh, no doubt about it. It hit number 32 down there about the 25-yard line and bounced back upfield and right into Jonathan Davis's hands, and he ran it upfield for another 10 yards or so out to about the 37-yard line. Great field position.
Fabian Granados, Toby Chavez, Tatum Cartwright, and Ryan Blackshear up front for Dumas. They're 3 seniors and a junior, size-wise, average about 195 up front, so not a particularly big team. White Faces open a shotgun, and Bridwell, the quarterback, 2 running backs stand beside him. Wide side of the left, first play from scrimmage of the night from the 37. Handoff. Here's Collier right up the middle. Jordy out to about the 40. Got about 3 on the carry. It'll be second down. We'll call it second down and 7 as the White Faces have the football.
Found a little crease. 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback. One of them was a blocker, and Jordy Collier ran it off left guard for about 3 yards.
Jonathan Davis comes to the near side. 3 receivers to the outside. Hunter Bridwell, J.C. Caceres, and Matt Silva. Out over the football for the White Faces is senior Brandon Beavers, the center. In motion goes Lazoya. Bad snap. Picked up on one hop, and running for his dear life is Bridwell, but he gets to the corner, throws on the run, fires, and got his big brother there. He makes the catch on the far side. Let's see. Did they say he was out of bounds? Yep, got it out of bounds. Well, a nice play by Parker to pick up that bad snap and then run with it and throw it to Hunter. But apparently Hunter backed out of bounds before he made the catch.
Boy, he did. He did a heck of a job. The quarterback did. The ball was on the ground. He finally picked it up and got outside on the left side and really fired one to his brother, but they called him out of bounds.
White Faces an offensive line up front. Beavers, Blakely, Enriquez, Cothran, Perez, straight back. Now here comes a 7-man rush, throws over the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of Silva. Defender was right there, but he didn't make the play on the ball, and the ball hit Matt, and he dropped it, and it's 4th and 7, and Hereford's 3 and out. Got to kick it away.
Boy, oh boy, that was something else. It could have been intercepted, and it also could have been completed probably for a first down, but in any event, the ball hit the turf, and we're having to punt away. JC
will punt single safety back for the Demons. Just underway here. 11-14 left in a scoreless first period. Hereford 3 yards on 3 snaps. Now they're a man short, the Whitefaces are, as they rush someone out at the last moment and get in punt formation. JC ready to boot it. Here's the snap. Here comes the rush. Low line drive kick. Hits about the 30-yard line. Bounces to the 25. Down to the 22-yard line. A very effective punt. And the Demons' Billy Sithabong decided not to field it, so it is 1st and 10 Dumas from their 22.
Well, JC punted that ball low like you'd be punting into the wind, and he got a good roll on it that time, bounced on down the field, so a pretty effective punt. Dumas takes over on their own 22-yard line.
Hereford opens in the secondary with Benavides and Prisk, Collier and Villarreal as the 4 secondary men. Jimenez and Collier at the linebackers. Well, actually, I believe at the linebacker here on the near side now for Hereford, it's Galvan, as the Demons come to the line of scrimmage. On the far side, it's Casey Hollingsworth. On the near side, Jacob Villarreal. Shotgun formation for Dumas on first down, straight back to throw. 4-man rush. Dumps it out to the right side, complete to the tailback. Running across the 25, out to 28, fumbles the football, but he fumbled it out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down, and they gained about 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3.
Well, he got hit pretty good over there and fumbled that ball. Boy, that would have been the break we needed, but it went out of bounds, so Dumas keeps possession. 2nd down and about 6 to go.
2nd down and 4 it is. A gain of 6 on that first down play. 10:52, first quarter, as the Demons come to the line of scrimmage. Johnson, the quarterback, again they throw it short. A lot of just quick passes, much like the shotgun formations you see on Saturday. Here's the give inside of the tailback. He is hit immediately, and a flag comes down in the middle of all that as well, so there's no gain on the play, but this one I think is going to be a holding call against Dumas. That'll be a penalty taken by the Whitefaces, I'm sure, make it 2nd down and 14 instead of 3rd and 2.
Well, it's either a face mask or holding. Yeah, it is holding. All right.
The Whitefaces want the penalty. Coach DeLozier points back toward the south goal line, meaning take the penalty, and instead of 3rd and 2, make it 2nd down and 14. Just underway here in Dumas. Excuse me, Coop.
Well, I started to say that's just not exactly what we had in mind, but it's pretty effective with them getting 10-yard penalty. You're going to be 2nd down and about 13, so it's a good position to stop them here on their first possession.
The reason Jordy Collier's not out there right now is he's getting retaped here in front of us. I saw that a moment ago. I thought he limped off his left ankle. Doc is working on him right now, so the standout linebacker not on the field at the moment. Whitefaces draw up tight now on 2nd and 14. Johnson straight back. 4-man rush. He has time. Looks. Throws long over the middle. Got a man there, but way overthrown. He had a man running wide open. That's his favorite receiver, Olguin. But it was about 3 yards too long, and it'll be 3rd down and 14.
Well, he came open kind of late down the field, but he came open right down the middle of the field and was about 3 or 4 yards in front of all of our kids. But Johnson, the quarterback, put a little too much mustard on it and overthrew him.
Jordy Collier right down in front of us, still getting worked on as he sits on the bench, and Doc frantically gets him all taped up. 10:15 left, no score, first quarter. 3rd and 14 for the Demons. Johnson straight back. Again, the 4-man rush. Again, he has time. Again, he throws long. He's got a man wide open at midfield to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. There are no flags. Touchdown for the Demons, Eric Olguin, and it is 6-0 Dumas with the point after upcoming.
Well, it was a little different pass, but the same effect, except he didn't overthrow him this time. He came down the sideline this time and came wide open again behind us, and Johnson, the quarterback, hit him with a perfect pass, and he raced right on in for the touchdown.
Well, the Whitefaces got no pressure again on Johnson. He had all day to stand back there and throw, and then he delivered a perfect pass to literally a wide-open receiver to make it 6-0 with the Demons' Goodhart trying to make it a 7. 10:03 left, first quarter of play here in Dumas. Good snap. Kick is down and up. It's far enough. It is true. The Demons lead it 7-0. Dumas' kickoff in 1 minute. How far, Cindy? 4. All right, back in Dumas, an 82-yard throw and catch as Johnson put it right on the number 7 of his wideout Eric Olguin. Not his favorite receiver, but one who certainly he found to his liking that time. And just like that, the Whitefaces are down 7-0 with Dumas about to kick off. Just less than 2 minutes gone in the ball game. Goodhart ready to kick it away. He squibbed it along the ground the last time. Let's see what he does here this time. This time he line drives it deep and into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback brought out to the 20. 1st and 10.
The kicker for Dumas that time got his foot into it pretty good. No squib on that one. It hit in the end zone and went out the backside. So Hereford will get it on the 20-yard line.
Important that the Whitefaces answer right here now, down 7-0. I mean, obviously it's early in the football game, but Dumas playing at home here and momentum kind of going their way early on. The Whitefaces would like to respond. Lozoya at the tailback. Again, the quarterback is the sophomore, Bridwell. Shotgun formation. He gives to Lozoya. He runs up the gut. He runs into would-be tacklers. Can't get out of the pile, and only maybe a couple picked up out to about the 22. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Whitefaces.
Yeah, really nothing there that time. He tried to run it right up the middle, Lozoya did, and it was awful short too. So he didn't have many places to go that time.
Whitefaces now in the shotgun with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As Yostin is the widest to the right, that's the short side of the field. Here comes the rush. Steps up, Bridwell does. He'll run with it. He's across the 25, but he's yanked down right at that point. Nice open field tackle by Dumas's Dylan Johnson, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Whitefaces.
Well, it seemed like the rush came pretty quick that time, and Bridwell didn't have quite enough time to throw it, and so he found a little crease on the left side, ran it right straight up in there, and picked up about probably 5 yards on the play.
3rd and 5 for the Whitefaces. 9:07 left, first quarter. Dumas up 7-0. Whitefaces in the shotgun again, 3 to the right. No one split to the left in this formation, and Bridwell rolls right, looking for the 5 yards, throws it out here complete. This time Silva hangs on, runs out of bounds at the 32, and the Whitefaces have their first down of the ball game.
Well, there was a little sprint out pass that time. Bridwell took the ball, like you say. I don't remember us ever having no one on the left-hand side. All of our receivers were on the right-hand side, but Bridwell sprinted in that direction, and he hit Silva with a perfect throw and catch.
All right, the Whitefaces 1st and 10. It's their 33. This time 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 2 running backs. But neither of those running backs is Collier. Jordy walking on the near side, but favoring that left ankle as he walks. Here's the give inside to Lozoya. He finds a seam across the 40, 45 to the 50, and down to the 46 of Dumas goes Nathan Lozoya. Big burst right up the gut, and the Whitefaces have a fresh set of down.
Boy, it was for a fact that time one of the backs back there blocked for him, but they handed to Lozoya off left guard, left tackle, and he found a little crease, boy, and he really scooted right up in there for about 15, the 1st down. 22 yards on the carry. Longest run of the season, I think, for Nathan. Whitefaces with the 1st down at the Dumas 46. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wide side is the right. Bridwell rolls right, wants to throw. Has time, looks. Now it breaks down. Spins away from one tackler to the 45, and Bridwell makes about a 3-yard pickup on what looked like disaster there as he took a lick from Dylan Johnson, spun away from him. And there's a flag on the play, and the flag is against Dumas. Well, he made a great run. He didn't make many yards, but he made a great run to keep him losing about 5 or 6 on the sprint out to the right that time. Bridwell ducked his head and picked up 3, but he's going to get a few more.
5 yards on the incidental face mask, so it is should be 1st down and 5. Let's see what the official signals here. He said 2nd, but it is 1st on the marker. 1st down and 3 it is for the Whitefaces from the Dumas 39. 8:18 and counting, first quarter. Wide side left shotgun. Bridwell calls them down. Parker, long signal count, takes it, hands off inside. Lozoya runs into his own man, struggles forward for maybe a yard, but it'll be 2nd down, right on the line of scrimmage. Still 2nd down and 3.
2nd down and a short 3 that time. Lozoya up the middle. Same play they ran just a while ago that he picked up about 22 on, but that time Dumas was ready for him and knocked him down right on the line of scrimmage.
That time we had just the 1 back, though. We had the 2 backs when he burst that big one up the gut. This time he's the lone running back. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left on 2nd down and 3. Here's a little hitch pass out here complete to Hunter. Hunter to the 35, to the 30, and down to the 26. Got a great block from J.C. Caceres. He fumbled the ball, but after he hit the ground at the 27, and it's 1st and 10 for the Whitefaces.
Boy, we can use that. I wish Hunter, though, would bring that ball in a little closer. He was swinging it out a little bit too much in that hand, and when he hit the ground, he fumbled it, but he did hit the ground, so it's a 1st down for Hereford.
7-0 Dumas, 7:35 first quarter. The Whitefaces driving at the Dumas 26-yard line. Jonathan Davis, the sophomore, brings the play in, splits out to the left side along with Matt Silva. Hunter Bridwell and J.C. Caceres come to the right. Single coverage all around now. Double coverage actually on the far side on the Whitefaces as they split Lozoya out that way as well. Here's Bridwell on the quarterback draw. Dumas not fooled, and Bridwell is dropped back at the 30-yard line, a loss of about 3. Second down and 13.
Well, they're up there in a 4-man front on their defense, and a couple of linebackers came that time, and he didn't have anywhere to run. I mean, he tried to run it fast. I mean, he didn't even look for a pass, and he got the ball. He just tried to run it up the middle, and there just wasn't anything there.
Jonathan Davis brings the play in as the Whiteface fans chant down below us. Go, Herd, go. Wide side to the left. Second down and 13 out of the shotgun formation. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Straight back. Here comes a 7-man rush. Throws for all the Marvin's got a man there. What a catch! Got at the 5-yard line. A great catch by Chase Yostin it was. Oh, man, what a beauty it was. And Chase is one happy camper.
Boy, he needs to. He really needed to catch that baby. Give him a little confidence. He just raced down the far sideline that time and got behind his man by just about a step. He was pretty well covered, but he went up and caught that thing just what the doctor ordered.
Sophomore to sophomore right there, too. So you got a couple of more years of that sort of connecting up. Great throw and catch, and super job by the Whitefaces. First and goal from the 5. Trailing 7-0, but knocking at the door. Shotgun formation again. Hinojosa back there with Lozoya in the backfield. Bridwell takes it, gives it to Lozoya. He goes left side, powers down maybe a yard. It's going to be second and goal from about 4 steps away.
Well, there wasn't really much there that time. Who was it who was blocking for him? The other back?
Cerrillo. Hinojosa, I'm sorry.
Hinojosa but tried to block for him off left tackle, and Lozoya got right in behind him, but there wasn't much there. Maybe a yard on the play.
Second and goal from the 4. Wide side to the right. Shotgun formation. Single running back this time. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Straight back is Bridwell. Looking. He's in trouble, and down he goes. They bring 5 again, and the Whitefaces don't pick him up, and Bridwell is dropped back near the 10-yard line. It'll be third and goal for the Whitefaces.
Well, we got to hit some kind of a hot receiver when they start coming like that, because he just don't have any time to throw it deep. He's got to hit one of the short guys, and I'm sure we have some open on that deal, because I know they work on it all the time. They call them the hot receiver, which when they bring the linebackers, you hit one real quick.
Third and goal from just inside the 10 for the Whitefaces, trailing 7-0 here past the midway point of the first quarter. Wide side right. Rolling right as Bridwell needs a block on the corner, gets one, has time, looks, fires in the end zone, complete, touchdown. That's Matt Silva, his 7th touchdown of the season, as the Whitefaces make it 7-6. Silva is slow to get up. I think he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. It looked like he got a knee right in the back.
Boy, it was a good job by the quarterback. Also, Silva, and he also got a really good block. I believe it was Lozoya as Bridwell sprinted to the right-hand side that time and hit Silva in the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, that was a great conversion on third down and goal from 9 yards away. Whitefaces within a point, and they'll try to make it a 7-7 ball game. As the Whitefaces, with 5:05 left in the first quarter, the kick is high enough, it's far enough, it is no good. Missed it left, hooked it left. 7-6, Dumas by 1, back in 1 minute. Score, missed the point after. They trailed 7-6 as Bridwell ready to kick it away. Parker was a perfect 4 out of 4 throwing the football on that drive. The touchdown toss, 9 yards to Matt Silva. Here we go as the Whitefaces kick it away. High, end over end, going to be fielded at the 5-yard line by the Demons. Running to his left, back to the 10. Whitefaces in good position, and a stop made at the 15. What a great tackle. I believe that's Wilcox. It is. Shane Wilcox, who just nailed him right at the 15-yard line, and Whitfield went to the ground. 1st and 10, Dumas.
Boy, that was amazing in the open field like that. Wilcox made the tackle on that Dumas runner that time at the 15-yard line. That's probably the farthest down the field that we've got anybody all year on the kickoff.
Jordy Collier back at linebacker. Riley at the defensive end here on the near side. Next to him is Tenna. Then Garza, and then Hollingsworth. Shotgun formation for Johnson and Dumas from their 15. They hand off to the tailback. He runs right. Good defense by the Whitefaces on Gonzalez. He got 2, maybe 3. But a good stop on first down with the Whitefaces, and first man there was a limping Jordy Collier, and he's going to limp out of the ball game, Coob. That's not good.
Oh, my gosh. I cannot believe that. Oh, boy. I didn't realize he was hurt. Did he get hurt during the first series?
Yeah. That's what, when I was getting taped over here, I was talking about.
Oh, my gosh.
Second down and 8 for the Demons from their own 17-yard line, wide side to the left. keeper by the quarterback, Johnson, running wide right. He turns the corner, has a first down, and finally run out of bounds on the far side of the field. But that was just straight old single-wing football. Snap it to the quarterback, student body right, and it's 1st and 10, I think. Well, maybe he's short. Well, it is 1st and 10. Okay, they spot him at the 25.
You're right about the single-wing deal. He just lined up and shotgun, and a bunch of receivers out on the right-hand side. They all blocked, and just quarterback took the ball and ran for the first down.
4:22 left first period, 7-6. Dumas on top of the Whitefaces by 1, and Hereford without their standout linebacker, Jordy Collier, who sits on the bench right in front of us. Johnson going to throw. Throws it long. Got a man there. The pass is perfect. It is complete to Olguin, the other Olguin, and he falls at the 46-yard line of Hereford. Villarreal on the coverage, but a perfect throw and catch to his favorite receiver, Joaquin Olguin, and it is 1st and 10 Dumas.
Well, I know while they were practicing on that long pass before the game started now, they were throwing a lot of those long passes along the sideline, and that's what happened that time. Just sprinted him down the sideline, and the quarterback hit him with a perfect pass.
4:14 and counting first period. Dumas at the Hereford 46, leading 7-6. Johnson has not been touched by the Whitefaces to this point. He runs the single wing right again, and this time no place to go. He is down immediately. He's not really swift of foot, and the Whiteface is able to get there in good stead and make the tackle. That was Jimenez on the stop.
That was kind of the same play they ran just a minute ago. That time it didn't work so hot. He was knocked down right on the line of scrimmage that time. I couldn't tell he made the tackle, but that was a good job.
Jimenez on the stop. It is 2nd down and 10 for the Demons from the 47. The 47 on Hereford's end of the field. Wide side left. Johnson's about 6'3" and about 210. He's a good-looking guy back there at quarterback. Has a really good arm. Straight back. Looking. Got all day. Throws underneath. Complete on the far side and out of bounds. Short of the first down as the catch that time made by Cortez. They mark him about the 42-yard line, so it's going to bring up 3rd down. And they're going to still need about 7 for the first down.
Well, it was a down and out over there, about 4 or 5 yards on the play, and the quarterback made the connection with him, but like Tom says, it's well short of the first down, about 7 to go.
Demons now come up with 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 3:26 remaining, 7-6 Dumas first quarter here. Demon field in Dumas. Straight back is Johnson. Four-man rush. Has all day. Pulls it down. He's going to run. Now Johnson heads to the left. He's in trouble. Gets away. And Johnson going to struggle, but only get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard. Good defense by the Whitefaces again. Johnson doesn't possess great foot speed, and Garza and others rallied to the quarterback. And it'll be 4th down now and 5, and the Demons look like they're sending the punting unit out.
Well, that's what it looks like. I'd be a little bit leery if I was our defense, but they are changing teams, so you think maybe they are going to kick it away.
Whitefaces make a couple of substitutions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We seem to be one man short by my count. 4, 8, 10. We are. Whitefaces need one more guy out there. Dumas quickly to the line of scrimmage. And Hereford now, we're going to play him with 10 here on the punt. So the Demons trying to pin Hereford deep, leading 7-6. Good snap. Here's the kick. It's end over end. It's going to hit down around the 20. No, it's going to be fielded there. I'm sorry, by Collier. Cameron Collier caught it on the fly and was run out of bounds on the far side. Nice job by Cameron, though, not to let it bounce any deeper. And with 10 men, we get the football back.
Well, we did. We operated with 10 men that time. I don't know. These guys, they usually know who's on the receiving team, but somebody was asleep that time.
Asleep at the wheel. Let's see where they got him. Well, they marked him down actually at the 16-yard line. I'll tell you, the field is in such poor condition that it is hard to tell. It's kind of like looking out at your parking lot and saying, now, where is that exactly? But it's around about the 17-yard line, looks like, where the ball's spotted. 1st and 10 Hereford. 2:23 left first period. Hereford trailing 7-6. Shotgun formation for Bidwell and the Whitefaces with Lozoya, his running back. He fakes it to Lozoya, keeps it himself, runs left, has a big hole. Across the 30 to the 35 goes Hunter. He fumbles after he's down, and it's 1st down for the Whitefaces. A gain of about 18 on the 1st down carry.
Well, it was a good job by Parker Bradwell that time as he faked the ball to Lozoya and kept it around the left side. Found a pretty good sized hole over there, and he just blistered them for about 15 yards and a 1st down.
That time just made the fake and then took off. I mean, no hesitation, and that seems to be probably what we've got to do against Dumas, not give him a chance to react. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation. 1st down for the Whitefaces, trailing 7-6. Straight back is Bridwell. Looking. Throws it long for all he's worth. Got Casares out there, but he can't run under it. JC, though, the ball, he was looking over his right shoulder. looked completely around over his left shoulder. Couldn't quite make a play on it, but that's how good he is.
Boy, I'm telling you, he was well covered by a couple of guys over there. He was kind of double teamed, and it would have been difficult to complete that pass, but it did go incomplete. It wasn't intercepted, and that was nice.
Well, it was, and again, I mean, he's the man. I mean, he's the leading receiver, and you got to chunk it to him sometime, and if nothing else, just let Dumas know that we'll do that. Second down and 10 now for the White Faces. 2:02 remaining first quarter. 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Bridwell all alone in the backfield now. Rose right, but Hereford moved before the snap, so that's going to make it second down and 15, and a little self-destruction there on the part of the guys in maroon and white.
Well, it was second down and 10. Now it's second down and 15, so we got to come up with a pretty good play here in order to keep the chains moving this time.
Probably need to at least work on about half of it, get 7 or 8 yards, give yourself a legitimate chance on third down. Obviously, you take it all on this down, but you sure don't want to face third down and 15. Here comes the play in. Jonathan Davis, the sophomore, brings it in. Well, he has gotten better and better as this season's gone along, and he and Silva come to the right side as Bridwell and Caceres go to the left. That's the short side of the field. In the shotgun, 5-man rush, throws underneath, complete to Silva, but he is hit immediately, and Matt can't break free, and he only got maybe a yard on the play, and it'll be third down upcoming as the tackle was made by Dumas's Nate Ellison.
Yeah, he was really well covered out there in the flat that time. We tried that little flat pass, and he was well covered and then was tackled just as soon as he caught the ball, got about 3 yards on the play.
Final minute and a half of the first period. Hereford trailing 7-6. Third down, he got 4 on the play. Third down and 11 it is for the White Faces. Wide side left. Now let's see what Parker can do. Looks, fires it out there, complete to Silva, but he's got to run for the first down and he can't get to the marker. He got to the 41, but Matt needed to reach the 43. And it is fourth down and kick time for the White Faces.
Boy, Parker Bridwell really fired that ball in there to Silva. He was down and out on the far side, but again, pretty well covered by Dumas, and he made the tackle there short of the first down.
So 7-6 ball game as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. The White Faces about to give it back to the Demons. Caceres, the punter. Cameron Collier is the protective blocker up front, kind of looking over the defense. It's his job to pick up anybody that comes wide open, and he does, and the kick is high, end over end, and hits at the 35 and bounces straight up, and then hops on down the field to the 33, 32, 30-yard line, down at that point by Binge, and it'll be first and 10 for the Demons from their 30, leading 7-6.
Wasn't a great kick, but when it hit, it did bounce on down the field about 5 yards, so JC didn't get a strong foot into that one, but it was pretty effective. They take over on their own 30-yard line.
Not much wind, but what wind there is more or less in the face of Hereford here in this first quarter, certainly quartering. Again, the White Faces without standout linebacker Jordy Collier, but now he's back out there again, trying to give it a go again. They worked on him again here on the sideline, so he's at linebacker here on the near side. Jimenez, his counterpart, Binge over there at the rover. As the Demons come up, 4 down lineman to rush. Johnson on first and 10 from the 30. Straight back. Here comes the rush. Pulls it down. He's going to run. He's going to be hit. Gets away momentarily. But, well, still on his feet at the 35. Now Johnson out to the 38-yard line and finally brought down. He runs for a first down. Cameron Collier got him down. But a flag is down on the field on the far side. So let's see if a part of this one's coming back.
Well, the quarterback did a great job of getting loose. They had him back on the line of scrimmage, but he finally kept turning his legs and pulled loose and got close to the first down. But the flag is down over there somewhere. I don't know who it's against.
It is holding, I think, against the White Faces. Now they point holding against Hereford. How do you hold when the guy's running? It's got to be a tough thing to do. Dumas having the option as they talked with the Demons captain. He ran for a first down. Made a great run, but I'll be honest with you, part of the greatness of the run was some really bad tackling by the White Faces.
Oh, that's true. We had a good chance to tackle him and just let him get away, but I'm like you, holding on the defense.
Well, holding when he doesn't throw the football is what's really difficult. Coach DeLozier wants an explanation, gets a little bit of one, but kind of shakes his head and walks away. It doesn't matter. They refused the penalty because he ran for 11 yards. The penalty would have been 10. So it's first and 10 Dumas from the 41. Final seconds. They're 41, leading 7-6. The final seconds of the first quarter. 2 to the right, 2 to the left for the Demons out of the shotgun. Hereford going to come on the blitz, and Dumas moves. And now let's see. Flags go flying. Hereford did move. And they changed this rule now a year ago. If Hereford caused Dumas to move, it is dead ball offside against Hereford. Whiteface fans are not going to be happy with that. Don DeLozier's not going to be happy with that. We jumped on the line of scrimmage, and the Dumas tackle moved. And what the ruling is, what the call is that we caused them to move.
Oh, I don't like that new
I don't like the rule either.
It's been in effect about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, but I don't like that rule at all.
Well, I mean, if the defense jumps, the offensive guy's a fool not to make a move across the line of scrimmage. But in any event, 1st and 5, Dumas from their 46, final play of the first quarter. Johnson keeps it, runs left. He slips one tackle and still lunges forward for a first down to the Hereford 45. That's the end of the first quarter. Dumas leading 7-6, back in 1 minute.
You've got to love Hereford State Bank's home equity.
Back here in Dumas, 7-6 Demons. After 1 quarter, Dumas with the ball at the Hereford 45, 1st and 10 when we return to play. Johnson has rushed for 400 yards on 106 carries coming into tonight, so he has run the football, but he is he's big and strong. He is not particularly fleet of foot. The Whitefaces let him escape that time, or the previous play, I should say, for about an 11-yard gain. Norez at the corner here on the near side for the Whitefaces. Benavides on the far side. Secondary is Collier, or the safeties, I beg your pardon, are Collier and Prisk. As the Demons come up 1st and 10, shotgun formation. Neither team has been under center in the first quarter. Johnson takes the snap, straight back to throw. Here comes the rush. Johnson steps up, gets rid of it at the last moment, has a man out there, and drops it. Hit him right in the hands, I'm telling you. Couldn't have laid it any better for Whitfield, and fortunately for the Whitefaces, he dropped the football.
They really had 2 kids open back there.
They did.
He threw to the short one there, and like I say, it went right between his hands down around the 20-yard line. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Demons, just underway in the second quarter. Beautiful night for football here in Dumas. Hereford and the Demons playing for 2nd place in the district. The number 2 seed, the winner plays Estacado. The loser plays Big Spring. That's how it all works out. Shotgun formation, wide side right. Johnson straight back. Looking. Fires underneath. Got a man. Complete. Down inside the 35. Steps out of bounds about the 37-yard line. That'll be a couple of steps shy. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Well, pretty good. It was down and out short on the far side that time, and the ball was completed there for about a 5 or 6 or 7 yard gain. 3rd down and 2 or 3.
Third, and we'll call it 3, Coop. I believe it's closer to 3. Demons with the ball at the Hereford 37.5 yard line. Need to reach just inside the 35 for the first down. Still in the shotgun. Might look for Johnson to run it right here. Whitefaces with 4 down linemen. Takes the snap, gives it to his tailback. Instead, he is hit, struggles for a yard, but he's short of the first down. Good defense up the middle. Tenna hit him first. Hollingsworth was right there, and a whole host of Whitefaces, Garza as well. It'll be 4th down and about a yard.
Well, that time Johnson handed to his tailback that time over right guard, and he failed to pick up the first down. You know, they like less than a yard, and I would be real leery of this right here.
Well, Johnson stayed out there, Coop. They've got the offensive unit out there. They're going for it on 4th down, 4th and about a yard. Whiteface fans come to their feet. Dumas this time down under center. Johnson on the quarterback sneak. Is that what you think? Long count. Up, moving on the line of scrimmage. Dumas moved before the ball was snapped. And that'll make it illegal procedure and 4th down and 6. And what a mistake by the Demons.
It sure was. Now you might actually really see a kick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think, well, I'd be shocked if they don't punt the ball here, but it doesn't look like they've sent. Yeah, here comes the punting unit out now. Johnson and the rest of the Demon offensive unit leaves the field. It is 4th down and 6, and the Whiteface punt receive team goes out. Silva and Collier are the 2 deepest of the Whitefaces back to receive the punt. 7-6 Dumas, 11 minutes left, first half here on this Friday night. Final regular season game, but both these teams playoff bound. Demons back punting from about their own 46-yard line. Again, punting from north to south. Here's the snap. It's good. No rush by the Whitefaces. The kick is high, sails, and going to hit down around the 20, bounce out of bounds around the 14, 13, somewhere in that vicinity. Hereford takes over the football, trailing 7-6, 10:43 left in the first half.
Well, we got a little break there by them jumping off sides with it. They just needed about a half a yard, and that caused them to punt the ball rather than go for it. It would have been hard to keep them from making that short yardage, but Hereford's got the ball now down on around the 13-yard line.
Spotted it finally, I think, at the 12.
12, yeah.
So 1st and 10 Hereford from that point as the offensive unit. Perez and friends hustle back out there. This time Miguel Lopez in at one of the offensive line positions. Shotgun formation, wide side left, Bridwell and the white faces. Bridwell, little hitch pass, complete out here to Caceres. He's to the 20. He's to the 25. He's to the 30. He's to the 35 and shoved out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. JC turned not much into a whole bunch.
Boy, he did for a fact. He had a guy out there blocking for him, too. It did a pretty good job, but JC really set it up and did a good job down the sideline for the big gainer.
Bridwell it was who was the blocker, and the white faces move it from their 12, a 28-yard gain out to the 40. Nice way to get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Went out of bounds with 10:35 left in the first half. Shotgun this time, 3 to the right. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Lozoya, the running back. Wide side is the right for Bridwell. Parker hands off Lozoya up the middle. Big hole, has 5. Lozoya to the 50, to the 45. Lozoya to the 41. A gaping hole up the gut by the whiteface offensive line. Cummins on the tackle, but a 19-yard pickup and a fresh set of downs for the whitefaces.
Boy, that was a good job blocking up front. One of the offensive linemen pulled and blocked in front of Lozoya that time. I couldn't tell who it was, but boy, I'm telling you, that was a good block up there, and Lozoya picked up enough for the first down.
Blakely and Beavers and Cawthorn up front there that time for the white faces, along with the Miguel Lopez and Perez. Here's the give again, Lozoya, and again a little seam up the middle. He's got another first down as he burst. Well, he's close to one, down around the 31, but men determined running by the little tailback. And let's see where they got him spotted. I think it's a fresh set of downs for the white faces. Indeed it is. First and 10.
It is just about the same play. Bridwell handed to Lozoya off left guard that time. Good blocking up front again. Had a hole up there, and he picked up about 11 yards in the first down. 55
yards running for Nathan here in the first half. Best offensive performance running we've had in a while. 10 minutes left in the first half. 7-6 Dumas. Hereford driving. Bridwell back. 4-man rush. Now they pick him up. Bridwell scrambles up the middle. He's to the 30 and down to about the 25-yard line goes Parker. He takes a pretty good lick at the end of all that, but a 5-yard pickup by the sophomore as he's downed by Granados.
Boy, I thought he was going to be sacked, but suddenly he took off right straight up the middle and found a little gaping hole up there and picked up about 5 yards on first down.
Well, you can see, I mean, with each snap of the football, each time out there, he gains a little more confidence, a little more understanding of what this is all about. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 2nd and 5. Shotgun, handoff, Lozoya up the middle. He's hit, spins away from one, gets about 3 on the carry. Good tackle that time to the Demons as they upended him. Enthelus did, and it'll be 3rd down, and they'll need about 2, I think, for the first down.
Well, you need to get positive yards on every play. They moved that thing, looked like about a yard.
Yeah, 3rd and 1
That was a good job. Right up the middle.
Here comes the hobbled Jordy Collier in there at running back. And in these situations, he's gotten the ball many times as we get in the wishbone. And we're in the wishbone right here. Binge and Lozoya, the halfbacks. Dumas draws in tight. Bridwell takes it. Going to throw it. Out there for his big brother. A lot of struggling going down the field. A lot of pushing and shoving. Dumas wants offensive interference. Coach DeLozier wants tackling of the would-be receiver. But it's just an incomplete pass and 4th down.
I thought we was going to do that one of these days, but we didn't fool Dumas. Boy, they had a guy right there. In fact, they were battling each other down the field like there was some contact. Something should have been called. I don't know what it was.
From the 23 of Dumas, 4th and 1 Hereford. They'll go for it, obviously, trailing 7-6 with 8:50 left in the first half. Whiteface fans come to their feet. We're back in the wishbone, too. Here we go. Dumas draws in tight. Parker calls him down, gives it to his halfback Bench. He bounces off one tackler, finally is hogtied down around the 21. He's close to the first down. Boy, Bench with a great second effort gave us a chance to get the first down, but did he get it?
I don't know. When they first hit him, he didn't have it.
No,
he got away from the first.
He made a great second effort. The official looks at it. He wants to bring out the chains.
Oh, mercy.
8:46 left first half. The Whitefaces in the wishbone that time. Benj and Lozoya are celebrating as though he has the first down. The ball's at the 21, and that's just about the point he needed to reach. Again, this field is so poorly marked that I will not hazard a guess. But it looks like where the chain is, well, I'll just wait. They're going to pull it tight. It is oh so close. It is a first down by 2 inches. Had it all the way.
Never a question about
Never
that.
a doubt.
I'm telling you, it was so close, it's unreal.
Whew. I'm glad that Benj knew he had it. He was celebrating with Lozoya. We made it by 2 inches. Made it by this much. It's the old Maxwell Smart line. 8:46 left till halftime. 1st and 10 Hereford. That's Hereford's 9th first down of the first half. Shotgun formation. trailing by a point of the Whitefaces. Bridwell straight back. They'll throw it out here to Silva. It's complete to the 20. He's down to the 15. Matt falls inside that point to about the 14. Nice first down pickup, about 6, maybe 7 yards. It'll be second down and 3.
It was just a little quick pass out in the flat that time on the right-hand side. Silva made the first guy miss out there, but the other guys picked him up after he picked up a couple of extra yards.
Second down and a short 3 it is, as Matt got part of that backing up. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Lozoya, the running back, wide side left. See what Parker and the Whitefaces do. Give it to Lozoya. Oh, he is hit immediately, I'm telling you. Nothing doing as the Demons came smoking through there. And we may have to take that away from him and Parker just keep it going the other way. They didn't even pay any attention to Bridwell.
They really didn't. I couldn't tell whether they knocked him down right on the line of scrimmage. I believe they did, just about on the line of scrimmage that time.
Here comes Yostin with the play in. Chase, who made a great catch on that first touchdown drive for the Whitefaces. 7:40 till halftime, 7-6, Dumas on top, but Hereford driving. Wide side left, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Lozoya, the running back. Here's the little hitch pass complete out to the right side to Hunter. He's inside the 5 and finally brought down well past the first down marker is Hunter Bridwell. First and goal from the Whitefaces from about 4 steps away.
I thought he was going to go into the end zone that time. He made the first guy miss, cut back to the inside, and was knocked down about the 2 or 3 yard line.
I got him. I don't know. It's so hard again to tell here, Coob.
You can't see.
Probably about the 4. We'll call it the 4. First and goal from the 4. Whitefaces with 7:25 left in the first half, knocking at the door, trying to take the lead. Shotgun, nobody in the backfield with Bridwell here. Does he throw it here, or does he just run the quarterback draw? Straight back, gonna throw it. Slant pass complete to Hunter, touchdown, Whitefaces. The 6'5" wideout gobbles it up for the TD, and the Whitefaces gain the lead.
Well, Hunter was split wide to the right that time, and he got inside the position, come back to the inside down the field, and had his defender behind him, and Parker just fired it right in there, and Hunter made the catch. 7:10 left in the first half. Whitefaces go up by 5, and they'll try to kick the point after here. Not going to go for the 2. Try to make it 13-7. Again, the first kick was missed wide left. 7:10 remaining in half. Again, Bridwell is the holder. Parker, nope, they fake it. Throw it inside to Hunter, and he goes near the goal line. Did he get in? No signal from the officials. And, wow, it looked like he was in the end zone. The Whitefaces faked the kick, but Hunter Bridwell did not break the plane. 12-7 Hereford. Hereford's kickoff in 1 minute. Well, they never...
Yards in 11 plays. The payoff, Bridwell to Bridwell from 4 yards away. 2-point try was no good. Honestly, the officials lost the ball on that little shovel pass. Here's the high end-over-end kick. Going to be fielded at the 10-yard line to the Demons. 15-20. Good coverage by the Whitefaces. Gets away from a couple of tacklers, though, and still on his feet across the 35-40. He could go. The Whitefaces pursue at the Hereford 35. It's going to be a touchdown. The Whitefaces missing 3, maybe 4 tackles along the way, and Whitfield runs it 90 yards for a TD, and Dumas, just like that, back on top.
Well, again, really some poor tackling up there. That first wave down the field had a hold of him over there about the 20-yard line and let him slip loose, and after that, it was Katie Boy the door.
And Whitfield, even after that, though, the Whitefaces still had a couple of shots and just simply did not make the tackle. Well, that's something that obviously, Coob, we have had trouble with from time to time all season, making tackles, particularly on kick returns. And that time, Dumas capitalizes. They lead 13-7. Here's the try for the kick. It is up. It is no good. Missed it left. Dumas leads 13-12. The Whitefaces down by a point. 6:53 to halftime. Back in 1 minute.
They're right on the corner.
All right, Tom and Kuby and Simi back here in Dumas. 13-12. Dumas, the 90-yard kickoff return, has reclaimed the lead. It took them about, 17 seconds to go back on top. Hereford ready to receive the kick now from the Demons' Goodhart. And here we go. 6:53 left till the intermission. Kick is a line drive, going to be fielded on one hop down to the 10-yard line, back to the 15-20. Collier to the 25, and Cameron out of bounds on the far side around the 27-yard line. A good field position, really, for the Whitefaces to start trailing again, this time 13-12.
Yeah, that's not too bad out on the 27-yard line. Cameron took the ball on the first hop down around the 20-yard line, 15-yard line, and brought it back out to about the 26 or 27-yard line.
Dumas has an 82-yard touchdown pass that was a 3-play drive, and then they have a 90-yard kickoff return that's a 1-play drive. We've got an 11-play touchdown drive and a 12-play touchdown drive, but they count the same.
They do, and that's what you work for.
Looky
to
here.
Stop those long.
What? Caceres is the quarterback here for the White Faces. 2 to the right, left, 2, 3 to the right. This will be a run, I'm a betting.
Yeah.
JC takes it. No. Yep. Quarterback draw up the middle. He bounces to the 30, to the 35. Caceres tripped up at the 38-yard line near the first down. Boy, he knows what to do with that football. I'm telling you, when he gets it in his hand, it is exciting.
Boy, he did. For a fact, just kind of took a little jab step and took off around the left side and found a big hole over there. Good job blocking that time. And
it is a first down, by the way. Hereford's 11th of the night. 13th of the night, I beg your pardon. Yeah, we have moved the football, but trail 13-12. 4 receivers to the right. Davis, the lone receiver, to the left. Look for Davis to get some action right here as Bridwell's back at quarterback. Davis, a little hitch pass, complete. Gets a block from Caceres and then gets nailed after a gain of 1. Dumas converged on Jonathan as Cawthorn tried to throw a block out here, but a good hit by the Demons. But the man who did the hitting, Inarath, is slow to get up. He's a 5'6" linebacker, about 170, and he got nailed. When it looked like he was the nailer, he became the nailee.
Well, he really did make a good tackle. He looks like he's about 5'6", 170 pounds, and he got in there in a hurry and really laid a blow. But like you say, he is kind of out of it.
White Faces with a 2nd down and 9 now, wide side right, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 5:55 to the intermission, handoff inside Lozoya, big hole. He's to the 45, to the 50, 45, 40, and tripped up at the 40-yard line. Great run again, right up the gut. Finally brought down by Rodriguez, but not before he had burst up the middle for another 20 yards and a White Face first down.
Boy, that was a good job blocking along the left side. Lozoya found a good hole there, and then he took advantage of it. You know, he's got just a little bit better speed than you think he does.
79 yards, and he's a load, too, at about 5'6", 5'7", 185 pounds. 1st and 10, Hereford, 5:45 till the intermission. Down by a point. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Bridwell going to throw. Pump fake, going to throw. Long out here, but they got Caceres covered. Up goes the fight. Down comes the ball, incomplete. Well, that time Parker probably should have gone another way. He was double covered, JC was, and he fought for it but couldn't make the grab.
Well, one of the safety men came over. You could see him coming over way before the ball was thrown. I guess he was reading Bridwell's motion, how he turned to the left and looked to the left, so he came over and helped out, and he was double-teamed all the way.
Bridwell had completed 12 passes in a row till that. He's 12 out of 15 here in the first half. 5:35 left till the intermission. Lozoya hit immediately. A flag goes down. There's going to be a hold as well. Boy, we didn't hold very well as the Demons knocked the tailback down for maybe a yard loss. Going to bring up 3rd down and 11 if they refuse the penalty. Holding against Hereford. And let's see what Dumas elects to do. Make it 2nd down and 20 or 3rd down and 10. 5:32 till halftime. Hereford retreating as though they expect the penalty to be inflicted. Ran into Dick Montgomery at the grocery store earlier this afternoon, Coop. He was wearing his herd jacket. I mean, he looked like he was ready to play. He's lost a step or two, but...
yeah, I think he has.
Dick...
he's not the only one.
No, he's not. No, Dick and I could have a good foot race. Dick and Pat, faithful listeners to the White Faces. Saw Marie Stringer in the grocery store today, too. She didn't speak to me. I don't know if she was offended by something I didn't say or what. No, she didn't ever see me. But the White Faces now faced with a 2nd and 20. Wide side right. 5:25 till the intermission. Let's see what Bridwell can do. Straight back. 4-man rush. Has time. Looks. Going to take off. Bridwell to the 45. Cuts back. And he is stopped at the 43 just as he started to make a cut. Nice tackle in the open field by the Demons, but Parker kind of had a little self-tackleization there as he kind of downed himself. Dylan Johnson there to cover him up. It'll be 3rd down and 15.
Well, you never can tell. It looked like he had a little more open space if he had just kept running to the right toward the sideline. But he don't have just great speed, so they may have been able to catch up with him. But he did pick up about, 10 yards? 7, 8 yards?
Yeah, it's 3rd and 14, we'll call it. 4:48 till halftime. 13-12. Dumas leads by a point. Obvious throwing situation here. See if they can give him time. Here comes the all-out blitz. We pick it up, steps up, throws long over the middle, overthrown, intended for Davis, but had a little too much muster on that one, did Parker. intended, for Caceres. It is 4th down and 14, and the Whitefaces must punt.
Well, he was well covered by 2 or 3 guys down the field that time, and the ball could have been intercepted. The only guy that got a hand on it was the Dumas defender, but he jumped and couldn't hang on to it.
Well, Parker throws it so hard. He has such an arm. Boy, he can just rifle that thing, and he did that time. Caceres to punt, though. Hereford will have to give it back. That holding penalty is kind of their undoing in that series as Caceres to punt. Here comes the rush, not much of one. JC hits it end over end, hits down at the 20, bounces to the 10, going to roll inside the 5 and be downed and goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Whitefaces had a chance to kill it and knocked it into the end zone instead. Whitefaces talked for a moment with the official. Don't want to get too overzealous here, guys.
Well, it's questioning. What's the official doing standing there? Oh, I see.
He's explaining to Binge what the call was. This is the very thing you'll recall it happened in Hereford, where the ball was downed by our opponent, knocked into the end zone, and the officials put it back at the 2-yard line. That was the improper call. This is the correct call here. Hereford didn't keep it in the field of play, so they bring it out to the 20. We had a chance to down it deep. No turnovers in this ball game to this point. We could use one right now. 4:26 till halftime, 13-12 Dumas, as Johnson brings them up. Tenna, Hollingsworth. Hereford just 3 rushers here in this formation. Johnson back to throw.
Going deep.
Has time, looking, pulls it down. He's going to run out of there with it. Johnson to his right, trying to get to the corner, but he slips a tackle there. Another, but down in a heap out about the 24-yard line. We missed him a couple of times, but finally got some reinforcements. Cameron came in to make the stop. It is 2nd down and 6.
Well, he did a great job of scrambling that time. Johnson did. We could have had him way back down the field, but he did a good job of scrambling and picked up about 5 on the play.
Wilcox in there at a defensive position on the defensive end on the far side. The Whitefaces, Collier and Jimenez, the linebackers. The deep safety here on the near side is Cameron Collier. 2nd down and 5. Here's the give inside of the tailback running left. He's got a little running room, has a 1st down, finally ridden down out around the 35-yard line, but it's a 1st down for the Demons. Benavides on the tackle. 1st and 10 with 3:39 left till halftime. Both teams with all their timeouts.
Well, Johnson handed the ball off to his tailback that time off left tackle, found a little hole over and picked up about 5 or 6 yards and a 1st down.
Whitefaces deploy defensively. Hollingsworth here on the near side. Benavides, Crenshaw out there on the far side. Coverage of 2 of the Dumas receivers. From the 35, here comes the blitz, but they hand it off to the tailback, but he is hit, and Binge, like the wild man that he is, runs right smooth over him after he had been kind of horse-collared by Shane Wilcox.
Picked up about a yard off the left side that time. That was really a good job of the defense. We need a little bit more of that.
Binge came like a wild man, but Shane really did the job. He got him wrapped up and wouldn't let it go. Tenna, Wilcox up front. Hollingsworth, again, just 3 down linemen for the Whitefaces in this defensive formation. 8 people in coverage. Johnson on 2nd and 9, straight back.
They like to go
Here
deep.
comes the blitz. They hit him, and the ball goes down. Is it a pass? No, it's a fumble. Dumas picks it up and will gain about 3 yards on the play. Now Coach DeLozier wants to know why it wasn't a fumble, why it wasn't a pass. His arm appeared to come forward. It honestly did, but the official ruled that it was a fumble, and then we didn't get on the ball, and the net result is there's about a yard gain. 3rd down and 8.
Well, you're right. It looked like it probably showed on the film whether or not his arm came forward. It certainly looked like his arm came forward.
It really does not matter because the ball's going to be virtually in the same place, and Dumas said it'll stop the clock. They've stopped the clock while the officials have a little powwow. It was the referee's call, and he immediately threw the beanbag, which indicates it's a fumble. And now it's ruled an incomplete pass. Would have been interesting if we had recovered that thing. Now, I don't think we would have been quite as pleased with the outcome. 3rd and 9.
Well, it's 3rd and 9, and we got a great chance to stop them here from making a 1st down. But you better stay loose because this guy likes to throw deep.
He does indeed. The Demons lead 13-12, 2:33 till the intermission. They have the ball at their 36. They need to reach the 45 on their end of the field to get the 1st down. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hereford's been bringing blitzers in the last 2 plays. This time, Johnson pulls it down. He's going to run. Johnson up to the 40. Johnson has a first down as he comes up near midfield, takes a couple of licks, but Crenshaw Benj get him down, but he needed 9, and he got about 14.
I'm telling you, right straight up the middle, went back to pass. Couldn't find anybody, and suddenly he found a little hole right straight up the middle, and he took off and made the first down.
Galvan comes back in defensively for the Whitefaces. 2:25 left till halftime. Clock should be running. It's not. Now they finally wind it. Dumas leading 13-12, has 3 timeouts. The ball at the 49 on their end of the field with 2:20 and counting in the first half. Johnson has not turned it over. The big guy takes the snap straight back. Here comes Benj, but he gets it away in time. It's complete. And inside the Hereford 40, and that's Whitfield. And again, the Whitefaces with some poor tackling. Now the ball comes loose. Hereford has the football. Whitfield coughs it up. There is a flag on the play, though. Let's make sure what that flag is about. The Whitefaces have the football. Maybe that was the beanbag. It was indeed. Hereford, I believe it's Galvan, who just came in a moment ago at linebacker. Nathan it was, who recovered the fumble. 1st and 10, Hereford.
Boy, we just got enough time to get some points on the board if we can just move the ball down the field.
From the 36, that's where Hereford recovered the fumble. First turnover of the ball game. Good lick by the Whitefaces after, honestly, a couple of missed tackles again, too, but we did get a good lick in there. I don't know who it was that joined it loose, but suffice to say the Whitefaces got it. 1st and 10 from their 36 now. 3 timeouts for Parker, Bridwell, and the Whitefaces. First down, he rolls left. Needs a little help on the corner. Throws underneath. Complete to Silva. Matt is hit and covered up immediately. 3-yard gain. Wow. He's not even going to get that. The official's going to spot him down near the 40-yard line. It's finally where they've got it marked. No, 39, I believe.
39. It's close to 3 on the play. Second down and about, I'll call it 8.
Second and a short 8. 1:41 till the intermission. The Whitefaces break the huddle. Bridwell comes to the near side. Hunter, 3 receivers to the right. The widest of those is Davis. Bridwell straight back, 4-man rush. Has time, now pulls it down, he's going to run. Parker to the 45. Parker out of bounds, short of the first down, I believe, but he did stop the clock with 1:23 left till halftime. They mark him at the 45, and that's going to be about a yard short of the first down, 3rd down upcoming.
Just a little bit more than 1 yard, but that wasn't bad because he got the clock stopped that time as he ran out of bounds.
Got to get this first down here, though. I don't think this is not territory where you go for it on 4th down, trailing 13-12.
Well, probably not, but it depends on how much time we use on this play, and we might want to do that.
1 second ran off the clock there while we came to the line of scrimmage. Go figure. Straight back, going to throw it, and the ball is tipped. Tried to hit Chase Yostin, and Dumas brought a blitzer, and the ball was tipped, and it's 4th and 1, and let's see what the Whitefaces do. Here comes the punting unit. Wow, opportunity lost right there.
Yep, sure was. Didn't do much with the ball that time.
Whitefaces will punt it away as J.C. Caceres comes in to punt. The return man is Sithavong for Dumas. Billy's a senior, 175-pounder. Whitefaces are a man short now as Wilcox comes in. We were short on a punt receive. This time we were almost short on a punting situation. Dumas got 8 guys up there tight. Here's the snap. High sailing punt. Sithavong signals fair catch. Leaves it alone. The ball bounces, and it may have hit him. Down near the 15, the Whitefaces are going to down it. No indication from the official that it did. Boyd came really, really alarmingly close to the return man.
Well, we got a good bounce on the ball finally that time. On down the field about 10 yards, and Dumas is down around their own, what is that, about
15-yard line.
15-yard line. Boy, I'm telling you, I can't see nothing down there.
1:06 left till halftime. Dumas leads by a point. 3 timeouts, but you would think that this deep in their territory, they wouldn't be too loosey-goosey. Let's see.
Oh, I think they will be. I think he may try to throw deep. We better be ready.
Could be better be ready. We better be ready, or they better be ready?
We better be ready.
Oh, we, me, and you, or we?
No,
okay.
We, our team.
Okay, I got you. Okay. 1st and 10, Dumas. They're in the shotgun. Look for the tailback to get it here. Takes the snap, gonna throw. Throws it underneath here, complete to his wideout, and he goes out of bounds up around the 30-yard line, so a gain of about 15, 16 on the first down play.
And got out of bounds to stop the clock. Only took about, 5, 6 seconds?
Yep, that's all it took. 58 left till halftime. Whitefaces trailing by a point. Dumas with the ball. Well, they may just score 80 points on this drive, but that is pretty risky football if you ask me right here. Leading by 1 at your own 15 with less than a minute left in the first half. We'll see. Johnson with 3 down linemen rushing for the Whitefaces. Straight back. Hereford doesn't get any pressure on him. Now he's going to run it. Johnson comes up. And there's Crenshaw who won't let loose. I mean, good job by Crenshaw. And the Whitefaces get hit late and tack on 15 to Dumas. That'll move him from about the 34, 33 back to the 18-yard line. As Jacob Villarreal was just minding his own business when one of the Demon offensive linemen, to give credit where credit's due, it was Valencino.
Well, they couldn't hardly overlook that as a bit of easy just came rolling out of there after the play was dead.
Rolling into the bench, they did. So Dumas retreating with 46 seconds left in the first half. They'll have it first down and about back to the 18-yard line. They need to reach the 42, so you do the math, 24 for the Demons. The ball on the 19 is what the scoreboard shows, so maybe one less than that, but Dumas with the ball. The clock should start when the ball is marked ready for play. Let's see if it does.
Now what we need is an interception right here, and we might get some points on the board.
Well, surely.
They started the clock.
Yep, it should start, and they did. Dumas will, on first down, or second down it is, that was a dead ball foul. So the Whitefaces might use a timeout if Dumas doesn't do anything right here. Johnson's going to throw. Rolls left, looking. Pulls up, throws against his body into traffic, and it is complete up to about the 32-yard line. The catch was made that time by Dumas' Olguin, but let me tell you now, that was, I'm not sure, Koo, what kind of football that is.
Well, I just think they have that kind of a ball club where they're just going to throw it most of the time.
But they're leading 13-12, Koo. They're not trailing.
I know it, but they're going to throw it most of the time, I'm telling you.
Third down and 10 with 26 seconds left to the half. Olguin makes the catch, steps out of bounds. Now, if Dumas doesn't succeed here, they've got a punt. And you tell me how that's good football.
It's not, but it's all right. They'll just go ahead and punt it.
Dumas out of the shotgun now on third down and 10. Johnson takes the snap, straight back, again a three-man rush. He has picked us apart with the three-man rush, complete to Whitfield, and he makes the first down. Hall lost the ball and got it back. Whitfield did. Wow. First down up to the 47. 16 seconds left till half. Dumas will spend their first timeout. 13-12 Demons back in 1 minute. Back at Dumas, it is 13-12 Dumas. They have it first and 10 at their own 46-yard line. 16 seconds left till the half, and 2 timeouts remaining. As the Demons have thrown caution to the wind, if you will. The Whitefaces obviously got to keep the plays in front of them right here. Do not let anybody get behind you. Johnson has a strong arm. Wide side left, he's straight back. Three-man rush. Has all day, throws long out here to the near side, throws behind his receiver. That play only took 5 seconds, and he threw it after looking for about 5 seconds. He threw it 25 yards down the field.
And threw it about 5 yards short to go with that, but it looked like he stood back there a little bit longer than that, all right. I wasn't watching the clock, but I don't know when he started, but that was a lot of things to do there. Just a few
it was a long 5 seconds, I'll tell you that. We're playing in Dumas, and that's always a help for anybody playing at home, whether it's there or somewhere else. But that was a long 5 seconds.
Well, they got 2 or 3 pretty dangerous runners. They can throw that ball short, and they're hard to get a hold of. We've had a hard time catching some of those little guys.
Dumas leading by a point. 11 seconds left till the half. A long first half. Again, a three-man rush. Riley Hill trying to get pressure on him. Long over the middle. Complete to Whitfield. Whitfield is down at the 35-yard line. 2 seconds left. And that throw and catch took 9 seconds. Wow. So Dumas at the Hereford 35 uses their second timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back. Well, Coob, you got to come up with a plan whenever you're playing somebody like Johnson, like the Demons. Sometimes you rush and try to hurry. Sometimes you play a drop and try to play pass. It's a tough call, I'll tell you. And he can throw the football. Again, he is a big, strong guy. They're going to try a field goal. You are kidding. A 52-yard field goal. Collier back for the Whitefaces as the kicker apparently will try a 52-yard field goal. And it's a high snap, and he puts it down, and now he's tackled and throws the ball to the kicker, who is hit and dropped on the far side of the field. And if that's what we did, if that's why we played that last minute and a half to run that play, I'd say let's rethink the whole deal.
I think they really intended to try the field goal because that guy tried to get it back down on the deal, but it was a high snap to start with, and he just couldn't get it on the tee.
Well,
it's been about a 60-yard.
You should lose points for that attempt, but you don't, and it's 13-12 Dumas at the half, and that last minute and a half took about 30 minutes, I think, but the Whitefaces trail by a point as they head to the locker room. Now, we're going to hear from the Mighty Maroon Band here at halftime. I guess it was kind of what you'd expect in the first half, Coob. Pretty wide open stuff. Both teams able to move the football. The difference in this ball game, extra points right now.
Yeah, that's right. I thought before it started it would probably be a pretty even Steven games, and I said turnovers might make the difference. They had one turnover which we didn't take advantage of. Of course, it was quite a ways down here, about the 35, maybe the 40-yard line in our end of the field, and we didn't do anything with it. Of course, we didn't have any turnovers either, which was good. But it's just a close ball game, and I think these two teams are really pretty close.
Well, they are at the half, 13-12. Dumas by 1 over the Whitefaces. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. Be back to hear the Mighty Maroon Band in 2 minutes. $94 yards rushing for Hereford, 59 for Dumas, 118 passing for the Whitefaces, 185 for Dumas. 212 total for the Whitefaces, 244 for Dumas. Bridwell was 12 out of 18. Johnson was 10 out of 14. Both quarterbacks threw it well. 4 punts for 37-yard average for Hereford, 1 for 21 for Dumas. 1 fumble lost by Dumas. Hereford did not fumble in the first half. 3 penalties for 20 against Hereford, 35 against Dumas. We were 4 out of 9 on third down. Dumas 2 out of 4. Hereford 1 out of 1 on fourth down. And Dumas had 105 return yardage, and that included a 90-yard touchdown return on a kickoff following the Whiteface touchdown that gave us the lead for 17 seconds. So that's the way the team stats stand at halftime. Big first half for Nathan Lozoya. The junior had 9 carries for 79 yards. Bridwell had 8 for 32. Silva, the leading receiver for the Whitefaces, 6 for 40. And Hunter Bridwell caught 3 for 26 yards. JC 1 for 27, 1 for 24 for Yostin, and 1 for 2 for Jonathan Davis, 1 for 1 for Jonathan Davis. So the Whitefaces spreading the wealth as they typically do, but short on the board by 13-12. As the band's going to turn now, I think, and face our way and play. We'll listen as they do, since we're on the visitor side here tonight. Nice to have a little entertainment for the local folk being us. Let's listen as the Mighty Maroon Band, again, a 1 rating in UIL competition, ready to perform here to what's the visitor side in Dumas.
Tell them that was nice.
nice round of applause for the Mighty Maroon Band. Mr. Barrow went out and gave Nathan Goodall one of those tall white band director hats. Nathan looked at him a little funny, but put it on. And the White Faces are going to play the fight song here to end this halftime show. Nathan's going to be suffering from laryngitis, spelling out the H-U-R-D and then turning to the crowd and saying, what does that spell? Again, I just cannot say enough about these young people, and Mr. Barrow and Mr. Bryant, Henson's, and all those that work with the Mighty Maroon Band. They do a wonderful job, and this band, I'm telling you, they never take the field. That you don't feel just a tingle of pride and just great admiration for what they do. Nathan wants his regular hat back. He gives the high-top white hat back to Mr. Barrow and takes his regulation black marching hat and places it back on his head. Again, the senior drum major who has led the band admirably all this season. The White Faces trail 13-12 at halftime, and we have really, of late now, we've made some great second-half adjustments. It'll be interesting to see what the White Faces can do here tonight. Can they slow down Johnson and the Demons? Again, what's at stake? Well, what's...
Amarillo Nissan.
El Paso's getting a little bit better. I can't tell about some of their teams, but you got a chance to go win 2 or 3 games if you can get by Estacado and Big Spring.
Well, let's see. We're now on 13 minutes. The lights are almost back to full power. The teams have waited down in the end zone.
And here they come.
And here come the White Faces back out in a little bit of mini darkness. Again, we're not back to full strength, but a warm reception for the guys in maroon and white as they come out in the regular season finale right here in front of the home folk in Dumas, on the home side of Dumas, or the visitor side, but the home folk are here on this near side. Well, the White Faces and Demons have both had a chance to talk one with another about what this second half might bring and what adjustments they can make. Again, both are going to the playoffs. One's going to play Big Spring. One's going to play Estacado. We can tell you which one when this game ends, and we can even tell you where and about when. We don't know if it's Big Spring. It'll be sometime on next Saturday afternoon, a week from tomorrow. But we'll know that when this night concludes.
Right. We can tell you a lot more after this game concludes, and I hope we can tell you that the White Faces has won this game.
Well, I do too. It'll be Dumas' option to start the second half, and again, the wind has picked up a little bit. It's blowing. What direction would that be? The southeast, I guess, out of the southeast. I'm not sure. This field runs east and west, and the wind's blowing from the north-south. I believe it's a north-south wind. That's what it is. The White Faces ready to kick it away. Coach Collins talks with the kickoff unit. Parker Bridwell, the man who handles that duty. And boy, he did a great job in the first half for the White Faces. 12 out of 18 throwing the football, Coob. That's pretty good stuff.
Well, he's done a good job, sophomore. Just throw him in there under all the heat that he has. And he's done a good job all the way around, and he's done a good job kicking this thing, too.
Yep. Coaches' wives are right in front of us. I mean, right immediately in front of us. And Ann Wright is one of those, and she's making all sorts of cheering gestures, and I'm sure intimidating the other side. Well, the White Faces with 1 half to play in the regular season. Again, those of you listening back in Hereford, glad to have you. Our old buddy Johnny Trotter, he's been a little under the weather. And Johnny and Jana listening back at home tonight. as the Whitefaces trail 13-12 in the second half, ready to begin. Parker will kick from east to west, or north to south, or one of those directions. The Whitefaces ready to kick it away. And he hits it, sails it down there. Whitfield, the man who ran it back, gets it at the 10. He's back to the 20, tries to get outside it. There we go. Justin Villarreal says thank you very much. Come down right here at the 23. Good stop.
Boy, it was for a fact good open field tackle that time. The runner only had about a 5 or 6 yard run back when Villarreal hit him, knocked him down there on the 22-yard line.
Justin at the cornerback here on the near side. Prisk, Collier, Cameron Collier, Benj, and Benavides, the 5 men in the secondary for the Whitefaces, the way we're lining up here tonight. Hollingsworth, Garza, and Jacob Villarreal, the front 3, Collier, Jordy, and Jimenez, the linebackers, and Crenshaw is the 6th back, if you will, here to the near side. Shotgun formation on first down for Johnson and the Demons. Takes the snap, going to flip it out to the left. Little swing pass complete, and a nice tackle out in the open field. After a gain of about 3 or 4, that's Benj on the stop. They mark him down about 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Well, that was a good job, though. Tackling a guy in the open field like that, it was a little flat pass out there, and he was running around the left side, and Benj was able to knock him down after about a 4-yard gain.
2nd and 6, just underway in the second half. Whitefaces trail by a point. Dumas with the ball wide side of the right as Johnson brings them up. He has 2 receivers split either way. Takes the snap, hands off to his tailback. Straight ahead, he slips a tackle, gets about 4. Going to be 3rd down, still need about 2. Good defense in the middle of the Whitefaces. Collier was around the ball, Jordy, and others, Jimenez. It'll be 3rd down. We'll call it 3rd and 2.
Well, they got pretty good defense again, 3 and 3. 6 yards on 2 plays. They got about 4 yards carry there, and it's 3rd down and 3.
3rd and a long 2, short 3 for the Demons. Just underway in the second half. Dumas with the football. Whiteface defenders trying to rally here on this 3rd down play. Again, just 3 down linemen in this formation for the Whitefaces. Hollingsworth on the far side, Villarreal on the near side. Johnson takes the direct snap. He's going to throw. Looking now. Escapes, and he's going to run. Heads up the field. Now throws at the last minute, complete to Whitfield, who got up off the ground, up to the 45, to the 50, into Hereford territory to the 45. Whitfield finally down at the Hereford 41. Again, Johnson with a great move to stay alive, and then made the connection, and Whitfield did the rest, as the Whitefaces could not get him down.
Boy, those guys, those split receivers of Dumas is pretty shifty. I'm telling you, that guy made 2 or 3 moves down the sideline, and we just couldn't get a hold of him. The quarterback did a great job of faking the run and bringing the defensive guys up, and he just lobbed it over his head to Whitfield, and he moved it right on down the field.
Whitfield had blocked and was on the ground, got up, and made the catch. From the Hereford 42, it is 1st and 10 for the Demons. Just underway in the second half, but Dumas driving. Johnson goes under center, gives to his tailback, straight ahead. And he finds a little seam up the middle and runs down to the Hereford 34-yard line. And it looks like the adjustment the Demons have made is if we're going to play a 3-man line, they're going to run.
Well, I think that's right. Out of the I formation that time, picked up about 7 yards, right straight up the middle with the fullback blocking for the tailback.
And immediately Tenna goes into the ball game for the Whitefaces, which means there's 4 down linemen. I believe in this formation, is there? No, there's not. Still the 3. Tenna goes back in at the nose, flanked on either side by Villarreal and Hollingsworth. Dumas in a good position at the Hereford 35 with a 2nd down and 3. Again, Johnson down under center, single setback, gives to Gonzalez, straight ahead. Gonzalez lowers his shoulder, drives, doesn't get the 1st down, but that was just a 2nd down play, so it'll be 3rd down and about 1. Tenna on the tackle.
Well, he just had 1 back in the backfield that time. He handed to him, picked up about 2 yards, so it's 3rd down and 1. He drove that thing right straight up the middle for 2.
Garza comes in, Crenshaw out, and now the Whitefaces back to their standard 4-man front. Dumas in what you would think is a running situation. They've used up the first 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter. They lead 13-12 and driving. Whiteface fans trying to encourage the troops. Dumas in tight power I formation. Hereford draws in tight defensively. Johnson takes the snap, gives to his fullback. He struggles forward, but gets the 1st down, I believe. He only needed to reach the 32 and 31 and a half, and I think he got to about the 31.
I think you're right.
One of the Whiteface players shaking up, too.
kept powering over right guard that time out of the I formation, and I think he picked up about a yard, and that's all they needed for the first down.
Cameron Cogger it was who was shaken up on the play, but he's okay. Gets up under his own power. 1st and 10 Dumas. Jordy Cogger calls the defensive signals. The Demons have it at the Hereford 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Again, this is the first possession of the second half. 13-12 Dumas lead. Clock winds as Dumas has put together back-to-back first downs. And again, Johnson now goes back to the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, and a tailback stands beside him on first down. Now Dumas is in motion. Johnson to throw, and they stop the play as one of their wideouts moved prematurely. It'll be 1st down and 15.
Well, it's obvious the inside receiver on the far side moved too quick and cost him 5 yards.
Move it back from the 31 to the 36. Make it 1st and 15 now as the white-faced defenders try to come up with the magic potion to stop the Dumas Demons. Both teams 3-1 in the district. Each has lost to Randall. Hereford 9-7, Dumas 47-7. Go figure. Wide side to the left, shotgun formation. 2 to the left, 1 to the right for the Demons. Johnson calls them down on 1st and 15. Takes the snap straight back. Hereford with a 4-man rush. Johnson steps up. Throws on the run. Got a man out there. The ball almost intercepted. The whitefaces Prisk broke on the ball. If the 25 got his hands on it, couldn't hang on.
Boy, oh boy, it's just what we needed. Yep. He really made a nice play. Chris broke in front of the receiver over there on the far side and got his fingers on the ball, but couldn't quite bring it in.
You remember it was Kevin who made the great intercept up at Pampa that put the Whitefaces in position to drive and seal that game. Whitefaces now on 2nd and 15. I think go back to the 3-down linemen. They do. Tenna in the middle, flanked on one side by Villarreal, on the other by Hollingsworth. 2nd and 15, Johnson out of the shotgun. See if the Whitefaces bring Crenshaw. They do, a 4th rusher. It's a screen pass, but it is not going to work as the Whitefaces battle for the ball. It's an incomplete pass, 3rd and 15. Good job that time. Johnson took a shot from Crenshaw. It'll be 3rd and 15.
Boy, I'm telling you, that guy came from the far side that time. I don't think anybody blocked on him. And boy, he was there in a hurry and hit the quarterback just as he let the ball fly, and he goes incomplete.
Rushed the play enough to make it unsuccessful. Stops the clock with 8:05 left in the third period. And Dumas at the Hereford 36, 3rd down and 15. And let's see what Johnson and the Demons do right here as he brings them up. Wide side left, shotgun formation. Whitefaces have 3 down linemen. On the snap, they bring 5. Johnson back, throws underneath. Oh, the ball almost intercepted this time by Villarreal. Johnson way late with that one. And the Whitefaces with a nice stand. It is now 4th and 15. Let's see what the Demons do from the Hereford 36. Do they punt it away? If they don't, they give us great position if they don't make it.
Well, they've been pretty conservative here in the first half, punting in situations like this. But yeah, they act like they're going to
go for it. Well,
I believe they're going to go for it, and it's 4th and 15.
4th and 15. This is some risky business because if they don't make it, they give the Whitefaces wonderful field position. Whiteface crowd on their feet right in front of us here. 4th and 16, down by a pair at the Whitefaces are. Johnson back to throw, 3-man rush. They get pressure on him. He steps up. Johnson pulls up, throws long over the middle. Got a man there. The defender falls down. It's a touchdown. Johnson just threw it up. The white-faced defender fell to the ground, and Whitfield made the catch. It looked like a punt that wound up being a touchdown.
Oh, that was unbelievable. We had a defensive front man come in and have a shot to knock Johnson down for a loss, but he avoided that, and then he just cranked it up and threw it as far as he could, and our defender fell down around the goal line and gave him a free shot at the ball, and he caught it.
And Dumas goes up by 7, and they can make it 8 now as they try to tack on the point after. Well, that was really unfortunate. I'm telling you, we got some heat on him. Give Johnson credit, but honestly, he just threw it up. I mean, it was 4th down. That was the thing to do. And our defender falls to the ground. The kick is up. It's high enough. It is good. And Dumas leads it 20-12. 7:52 remaining third period. Back in 1 minute. All right, back here in Dumas. Don't know what's going to happen. 7:52 left third period. Hereford down by 8. Some days not your day, Coop. I'm not saying this is not our day, but that was really unfortunate there.
Well, it was. We had him in the backfield, and then he just threw it for all his worth, and our defender fell down. That's pretty unfortunate.
Dumas kicks it away, high end over end, going to be fielded by Collier at the 15. He slips to the ground right there. I'll be darned. Cameron was going to run it back at least another 15 yards, and his feet went out from under him, and we start 85 yards away, and you begin to wonder a little bit, is there something against us?
There's some forces out there somewhere that I can't see.
Oh, no. Cindy says there's not, so that's good to know.
Oh, okay.
She has a great knowledge of forces. The Whitefaces send the offensive unit out, first series of the second half, and obviously we need to respond to that touchdown that the Demons put on the board. As the Whitefaces come out, Bridwell brings them out. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Let's see what adjustments the sides have made here at halftime on the other side. Here's Bridwell. Little hitch pass complete out to the right side to the 20. Out to the 25 and out to the 29-yard line. That's got to be JC it was. His second catch of the night, and he grabs that one up for 13 yards and a Whiteface first down just like that.
Yeah, that's a good way to start, I'll tell you that. We just need to keep it going right on down the field.
Dumas on 4th down and 15. Throws a touchdown pass of 36 yards to expand the lead to 8. 7:42 left third period. Michelle DeLozier trying to round up Dayton. Shotgun formation. Here's the handoff inside to Lozoya in traffic. Not much place for Nathan to go this time. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, he knocked down right on the line of scrimmage trying to run off left tackle. Dumas was there in force and wouldn't let him go anywhere, so he didn't make anything.
Lost about a half a yard where they've got him spotted down, actually. 7:15 and counting, third period. The winner plays Estacada. The loser plays Big Spring. Right now, the Whitefaces are 8 points shy as they come to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun formation. Big Al Perez at the tackle here on the near side. Offensive line's done a good job again here tonight. We've got 3 receivers stacked to the left, and we roll left against the grain, and the ball knocked down. Bridwell, as he rolled left, one of the defenders got his hand up. It was intended for J.C. Casares, but the Whitefaces now got to get 11 or give it right back to the Demons here, third quarter.
Well, that's not what we need to do, I'll tell you that. 3rd down and 11, we've got to come up with a big play here.
Stack those receivers. I mean, they're just one behind another in that formation, and try to just flood them out there and run a little Christmas tree route, they call it, I think, where guys go all sorts of different directions. But it was unsuccessful because it was batted down. Let's see what Bridwell and the Whitefaces can do. Dumas looks like they're going to come on the blitz. They do. They give him time. He looks, he throws out here, but he wide of his J.C. Casares, and it's 4th down and kick time. Had to throw it a little bit early. J.C. was just coming out of his break, and the pass was a little bit wide of the mark. So it's 3 and out.
It wouldn't have been too bad if Hunter hadn't thrown it so far out in front of him, because he had to throw it when he did, because he was getting heat on him, but he just got it out in front of him a little bit too far.
It was a long out pass, and that takes a long time to run. And back to punt now is JC on 4th and 10. As the Demons will get the ball in good field position, it would appear. Here's the kick. Low line drive, going to hit at the Dumas 40 and bounce straight up down to the 35 now. Rolls to about the 33. Very good punt by JC. No return. And the Demons, though, with an 8-point lead, now take over at their 33, and it's up to the Whiteface defenders.
Yeah, they got to stop them. That's all there is to it. They can't afford, I don't think, to get any farther behind, because Dumas kind of got their motor running a little bit. We need some kind of a big play to kind of turn the tide a little bit.
What's unfortunate about that last series in particular, too, we had 2 near intercepts. I mean, 2 passes that were badly thrown by Johnson, and we didn't get either one. And then on 4th down, they get the touchdown. And sometimes, I mean, you just can't explain it. Hereford Wilcox at the far side defensive end, Hollingsworth on the near side. Shotgun formation for Dumas from their 33, 1st and 10. 6:37 remaining third period. Tailback up the middle. Gonzalez hit immediately, maybe got a couple of yards, but good defense by the Whiteface, Jordy Collier. It'll be 2nd down and 2nd and 9.
Well, he just made one off left tackle that time as the quarterback handed him the ball, and Jordy Collier knocked him down only for a 1-yard game. That's good defense.
A couple of the Whiteface offensive linemen, Blakely and Cawthorn over here getting refreshed. Miguel Lopez as well. Out there trying to get ready to go back in there. Felipe Enriquez on the near side, and Al Perez. Halfway through the third period, 2nd down and 10. Johnson to throw. Has time. Oh, this time, no time. Johnson down in a heap. As meeting at the quarterback was Galvan, along with Benj, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third down upcoming.
Well, there's another one of those plays. Third down and long, about 15 or 16 yards to go, and we need to stop them right here and get the ball back.
5:40 and counting, third period. Dumas by 8. The Whitefaces defensive unit now on third down, and the scoreboard shows 20. I don't think that's quite right, but it's about, and now an illegal substitution against Dumas, so tack on 5 more. Move it from the 25 back to the 20. And the white-faced crowd getting into it.
They're getting into it a little bit. I thought I saw even before this a kid run off the field over there, and I thought he should have been an illegal substitution. I think they tried it again, and they caught him.
All right, Coob. Way to pay attention. Whitefaces now. Dumas with a third down. It was 3rd and 20 before the penalty, and now it's 3rd and 18. That's what the scoreboard shows. Whitefaces need a turnover, Cindy says. Let's see if Johnson tosses one out there in the flat. He threw a couple in that last series. Pretty dangerous throws. He's back. He's got time. He throws over the middle. Got a man there. It is complete, but well short of the first down. Good defense by the Whitefaces. That was Prisk who makes the tackle on the receiver, Ned. And it is 4th down and 14. Good job, Whitefaces.
It really was. Well, Chris, he was right there to get a hold of the guy before he could make any kind of a move, and so he can bring it on down the field. That's what doing that darn thing is to be right there to knock them down. But boy, they've moved it on down the field on several occasions.
Well, let's see the Whitefaces with Silva back with Collier. 4:35 and counting. This third period evaporating in a hurry. 20-12 Dumas. The Demons to punt it to the Whitefaces. Good snap. Here comes the rush. Kicks it away. Not a very good punt. Hits at the Hereford 40 and goes out of bounds. Well, let's see where it went out of bounds. I think about the 40-yard line. The official hadn't marked it yet. Well, he's back up to the 42, up to the 45. Wow, sorry kick it was. 48, 49, back up to midfield. It was a 16-yard punt. Hereford starts at midfield. It was worse than I thought.
Well, that punt was on the far side away from us, and it was hard to tell where it went out, but that's what I'm with you. I thought he went a little farther down the field, but he just kept walking down the sideline over there till he got it to the 49-yard line in Hereford's end.
Well, Cooper, you could have punted it that far.
Well, I think probably I could have.
Probably did at one point.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hereford down by 8. Hustles out, starting almost at midfield at their own 49. 4:24 left third period. Big possession for both teams right here. Bridwell and the Whitefaces. Dumas brings 5. Bridwell keeps it, runs right side. He's got 5. And he is hit after about a 6-yard gain. Parker really got nailed. But he picked up 6, maybe 7. Second down upcoming.
That was a good job. I'm glad he got down over there a little bit and used his shoulder pads at the last second, because if he got a clean shot at him, he's a kind of a tall, slender guy, and I don't want him to get a good clean shot at him that might hurt him. And he dropped down at the last moment. He picked up close to 8 yards.
And we'll call it second down and 3. 3:55 and counting, third period. Whitefaces send 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Silva split way wide left. Shotgun formation, now timeout called. Dumas wants a timeout. 3:47 left third period, 2nd and 3 Hereford. We're back in 1 minute. All right, back here in Dumas, 20-12. The Demons lead by 8. 3:47 left third period, 2nd and 3 Hereford from the Dumas 44. Kind of a strange time, honestly, for a timeout. Kind of one of those Mike Leach timeouts, you know. But the Dumas Demons took one on defense right there. And the Whitefaces hustle back out, and guess who's at quarterback? J.C. Caceres, and Dumas thinks he's going to run. One of these times he's not. He can throw it. Out of the shotgun now, J.C. takes it, fakes it, keeps it, runs left side. He's got a first down to the 40. He's on his feet to the 35. He's to the 30. He's to the 25-yard line, and J.C., he didn't want to throw that thing. He can run with it. 1st and 10 Hereford.
He sure can, and they may thought he was going to run, and sure enough, he did run. But good blocking on the left side. He got through the hole and headed toward the sideline, picked up the first down, and then some.
Stays in at wide receiver as Bridwell comes back in at quarterback. Boy, you see this more and more these days, Coop. Teams with running quarterbacks, they shift in there from time to time, and that's what we've done twice now, and JC each time has taken off. 1st and 10 from the Dumas 25. Bridwell hands off to Lazoya up the middle in traffic. Not much room for Nathan as Dumas is tightened up in the middle defensively. He got maybe a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Well, you're right. They tightened up a little bit, and he picked up close to 2 yards on the play right up the middle, but not much.
Whitefaces now huddle up at their own 30-yard line, break the huddle. Cawthorn, one of those offensive linemen who has done such a job with the Whitefaces all season out there on the right side. Enriquez on the left side. Little pitch, left side, and Jonathan Davis gets knocked down by his pulling tackle after a gain of about 2. I'm not sure he wasn't going to run to the end zone, and Perez trying to get in front of him. They bumped, and down he went.
Boy, that was something else. It looked like it was really setting up for a long gainer, and I'll be darned if we didn't run into our own player and went splash.
3rd down and 8. Al is a 295-pound junior. I mean, if you run into him, that's all she wrote. Wide side right, shotgun formation, huge play. Back to throw. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. He fires it complete. Casares inside the 5, down at the 2. JC with another dandy pitch and catch with Bidwell, and it's 1st and goal, Hereford.
Boy, that was a heck of a job. Down and out toward the sideline, and Bridwell really fired it in there. He had to fire it in there because the guy was pretty close to him, and but he made the catch down around the, what do you say, 2 or 3?
He's about, well, they've got him at the 5.
5, okay.
1st and goal from the 5. 2:24 and counting, 3rd period. Hereford down by 8. Obviously, will go for 2 if they get the touch here. From the shotgun now, Bridwell fakes it, hands off inside to Lazoya. Lazoya near the goal line. Did he get in? Still no indication. It looks like he's about a foot short. I've got to tell you what Bridwell did then. He handed off and gave it one of those Brett Favre fake throws. I mean, it looked just like Favre.
I thought he was throwing the ball. He handed it off to Lazoya and then jumped up just like you say and made that fake, and that was pretty tricky.
If you've watched any of the Green Bay football play, I mean, you know Favre, it's just amazing how much fun he has playing. It's good to see Parker as a sophomore doing just that. Shotgun formation. We're about a foot away. 2nd down. Running backs on either side of Bridwell. He takes the snap. He hands it to the left side, back near the goal line, and still no touchdown signal. Oh, my goodness. It looked like Hinojosa fell across the line, but the official says nope, he's about 6 inches shy. 3rd down upcoming.
Now we're going...
wow. We're going wishbone.
We're going on to the wishbone, just slipping a whistle.
1:10 left, 3rd period. 3rd down and inches for the touchdown for the Whitefaces. Wishbone formation. Bridwell with Collier at fullback. He'll get it right here. Collier, left side. He goes 10 yards deep. They can't not signal touchdown. The Whitefaces are within 2.
Now you're right. We'll probably got to go for 2, but what in the world would you run on this 2-point conversion? Woo!
I would run the double reverse quarterback throwback. What would you run?
No, I wouldn't run it.
I wouldn't either.
I'd try to run the spread out pass, man. Pass or run.
Yeah, that's certainly an option. 20-18. Hereford down by 2. 58 seconds left, 3rd period. We cannot recover from that first missed extra point. Let's see if we can do it right here. Bridwell all alone in the backfield.
Well, he's not
3 to the right, 2 to the left.
He's not going to spread out.
No. He's going to fire it to his big brother, who's going to gobble it up, and the Whitefaces have tied it up. 20-20, 58 seconds left, 3rd period. Hereford's kickoff in 1 minute.
Well, that's a little more like it.
Back to play in Dumas, 20-20, right back where we started from. 58 seconds left, 3rd period. Hereford ready to kick it away. 51-yard, 8-play drive that time. Collier with a touchdown. Jordy from 1 yard out. Hereford now hits it. High end over end, going to be fielded by Whitfield at the 8. Whitfield running to his left. Whitfield in some trouble, but he makes one man miss, but not the second, as Whitfield is gathered up around the 23-yard line, and a whole host of Whitefaces fall all over him. Prisk among those for Hereford, and along with Binge and Justin Villarreal, 1st and 10 Dumas.
Well, that's more like it on defense. He didn't have anywhere to go that time. But he may have been the one that run that long kickoff back one time, but that time he just didn't have anywhere to go, and they knocked him down about the 23-yard line.
Not only may have been, he was him. He was him. The Whitefaces defensive unit now. Let's see if they can come up with a stop. 49 seconds left, 3rd period. 20-20 here in Dumas. Fighting for 2nd place in the district. Johnson out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to throw it underneath. Got a man complete. That's Whitfield. And Whitfield has a first down. Still on his feet, making people miss. Whitfield out to the 47-yard line. He added about 10 to the catch. And it's 1st and 10 Dumas.
Boy, oh boy, that's what we can't afford to have him run those extra yards. We need to knock him down right there on the spot. That's what I was talking about a while ago. But that time he did a great job of moving it on up the field.
White Faces bring Villarreal back in at the corner on the far side. And it is 1st and 10 Dumas from their 46. 20-20 ball game, final seconds of the third quarter. Johnson back to throw. Gets pressure, throws long, got a man out there. White Faces lose the ball, and O'Gean can't catch it.
I think,
he never found the ball.
Was he going to be out of bounds?
I don't know, Coob, because we don't know where the field is.
That's right. It was right on the far sideline. He's right along that sideline. I couldn't tell whether he would have been out of bounds or not. But
we're playing in a cow pasture out here, and it's real hard to tell where that is. Coach DeLozier not happy as he protests from the near side. I think about a little push-off along the way. 20-20, 23 seconds left, third period. 2nd and 10 Dumas from their 46-yard line. 2 to the right, 2 to the left.
Pressure.
White face fans come to their feet. Hereford looks like they're blitzing. They are.
Come on.
He throws it long out here. Got a man there. The coverage is there. The pass is incomplete. Great coverage by the White Faces that time. Norris running stride for stride with the would-be receiver. And it is 3rd down and 10.
Boy, I'm telling you, he was right with him. You couldn't play defense any better, but you know what? The ball was thrown so perfectly, it could have been completed, but it got through his hands and went to the ground.
3rd and 10. Coach DeLozier continuing to holler from the near sideline to the back judge.
We're not going to get a break in this game. We're just going to have to win it on our own.
17 seconds left, third period, 3rd and 10. Huge play here. Here comes Hereford again.
Come on.
Rolling left is Johnson. Pulls up, throws across his body, and throws it incomplete. He's out of bounds when he made the catch. And then O'Gean throws the ball down. That's a flag. All right. Instead of 4th down and 10, O'Gean loses his composure, and the Demons are going to get a walk-off to boot.
Boy, oh boy. What a break along. Well, that official was right on the sideline.
Well, he just spiked the ball right in front of the official. I mean, you got to have a little more composure than that.
Well, that's true, but I mean, he called him out of bounds, so he was right on the sideline. You ought to be able to tell whether you're out of bounds or not.
It's a dead ball foul, so it'll be 4th down, and they'll mark off 15 yards back to the 30-yard line. 11 seconds left, third period. Hereford about to get this football back with a game tied, and you can, momentum has switched jerseys.
Boy, I believe so. I love it. I love it like this.
Cindy thinks that those things we talked about didn't exist. Maybe she's right. Final play probably of the third period. The Demons to punt on 4th and a country mile. 20-20 ball game. Hereford with 2 deep men back, Silva and Collier.
We're too deep, are we?
The snap, yes, sir. Here's the kick. It's a line drive sailor, going to be fielded. Nope, Silva backs away from it, and Matt lets it roll wisely out of bounds at the 31 on Hereford's end of the field. There are 2 ticks left in this third period. Hereford will snap it one more time as Bridwell grabs his offensive mates here on the near side, says, let's go get them, boys. Charles Berryman going to see some action. He's been hurt all year. Good to see him out there in this series.
Okay, boy, this means I have to have about a 10 or 12-play drive now and put some points on the board.
How about a 12-minute drive and end this thing as we go into the end zone?
That would be nice.
We cannot play a football game that doesn't keep everyone in suspense for the full 48 minutes. We just don't know how to do it.
We just don't know how to do it. I agree with you. It just tears you up. I mean, right to the end.
But we show, I don't know what's going to happen, as I said earlier, but we show a great deal of composure, even as we trot out on the field. We really do look like we feel pretty confident. Bridwell hands off Lazoya. He bounces to the outside. He's got 5. Lazoya has a first down as he crosses the 40, or near a first down, up to the 41. That's the final play of the third period. It's 20-20 here in Dumas. We're back with the final 12 minutes in 1 minute. Right, we have 12 minutes left. It's a 20-20 ball game. The White Faces and the Demons. Hereford with a football at their own 41 as we begin the final 12 minutes, Coob. Exciting football.
Boy, it is. And like you say, we just can't keep from playing those exciting games.
2 to the right, 2 to the left for the White Faces on first down. Bridwell takes the snap, hands off Lazoya, right side. Lazoya, no, Bridwell kept it. I'm sorry, Bridwell kept it, and he's dropped for a yard loss. If he'd given it to Lozoya, woo, my.
He'd still be running, I'm telling you. He came through there wide open, but unfortunately he didn't have the ball. Bridwell had kept it around the left side, and he was knocked down for a yard loss.
We tried to trick him, and might have tricked ourselves that time. Well, you can't ever tell. You got to do what you got to do. The White Faces have it 2nd and 11. 11:30 left in the ball game. Wide side of the right, Bridwell, who has been splendid at quarterback all night. Rolls right, here comes the blitz. He's got to hurry. In trouble. Pulls up. Throws long over the middle. Complete to Silva. Matt will not get the first down, but he'll get about 10. And it'll be, it was 2nd down and 12. It'll be 3rd down and 2, but a nice throw and catch.
Boy, it was. Silva finally came open about 10 yards down the field, and Bridwell shot it in there to him, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2. Now we got to make a first down.
About 3 now when they got it spotted. What was a great throw. I'm telling you, they were bearing down on Bridwell as he rifled that thing, and Matt made a nice catch. 10:55 to play, 3rd down and 3. Hereford 2 yards short of midfield. Got to reach the 49 to get the first down. The 49 on Dumas' end of the field. Dumas with 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. White Faces snap it, hand it off. Lozoya, he is hit, shakes free, and gets the first down. Nathan Lozoya right up the gut, comes to rest inside the 49 of Dumas. And the White Faces have a fresh set of downs.
They do for a fact. Good blocking again up in the front line. Dumas kind of closed in a little bit like they thought we might run, but we kind of pushed them out of there far enough for Lozoya to get the first down.
20th first down of the night for the White Faces. In this 20-20 ball game, Jonathan Davis brings the play in, passes it along. Sophomore to sophomore, 98 yards rushing for Nathan. Came into the ball game tonight, did Lozoya with
600.
About 600 yards rushing on the season. Shotgun formation, wide side left, 10:24 left. Tied up. Lozoya up the gut. Lozoya gets about 3 as he comes to rest at the 45. Again, Bridwell, after handing off, made that fake throw.
That's kind of funny to see him do that, but I guess it's pretty effective. Lozoya made about a strong 3 yards right straight up the middle that time.
2nd and 7, clock running inside, 10 minutes to play. White Faces trying to capture 2nd place in the district. Dumas trying to do the same, and it has been a classic here tonight. Wide side left. Bridwell takes the snap straight back. 4-man rush. They give him time. He hums it out there to the left. Got a man there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Matt Silva, the intended receiver, was tackled before the ball got to him.
That was a pretty close deal.
Ooh,
we're not going to get a break in this. We just can't do it. Now, if he had been 6'4", Silva would have probably caught that ball. But the defender over there was quite a bit bigger than he was, and he kind of wrapped his hands around him, and the ball fell away.
Exactly. 3rd down and 7, 9:47 left. Wide side left. Bridwell, Hunter out to the right, along with Caceres. He's looking over the middle. Fires it out here. Oh, wide open is Caceres to the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's down at the 4-yard line. What a pitch and catch, and J.C. Caceres streaks down the near side, and the White Faces have it inside the 5.
Well, I don't know how he came open so fast over here. They must have crossed. I don't know.
Bridwell went back to the inside.
And Caceres come to the outside. Boy, they left him wide open, and he knew what to do with it when he caught it.
And he motor or what? That is his, I don't know. We'll check in a minute. Several catches on the night, and all have been large, plus a couple of big runs for J.C. 9:30 to play, 20-20, but Hereford knocking at the door. Again, Bridwell brings them up. Lozoya, the running back. The Whiteface fans chant, "Go, Herd, go." Beavers ready to snap the ball. Snaps it, hands it to Lozoya right up the middle. He lowers his shoulder, drives into the end zone. Nathan Lozoya, the White Faces have taken the lead. Nathan Lozoya with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Good blocking on the right side. The offensive line did a good job, and Lozoya hit up in there driving. He's got powerful legs. He's a short guy, built low to the ground, but he's pretty powerful, and he drove it in there for the 6 point.
White Faces will try to tackle on the point after now and make it a 7-point lead, 9-17. Lots of time left, but a most impressive comeback by the White Faces. 4th quarter here in Dumas. Football at its finest. Here's the snap. The kick is down. It is far enough. It is good. Oh, just through on the left side. Oh, it was close, but it's 27-20. Hereford back with Bridwell's kickoff in 1 minute. Back here in Dumas, 27-20 Hereford, 9:17 to play as the Whitefaces. Parker Bidwell gets ready to kick it away. 200 yards passing for the Whitefaces on the night. Kick is fielded by Whitfield on the run at the 15. He's back to the 20, tries to bounce outside, still on his feet, but finally now drugged down about the 31-yard line. As brought to the turf that time by Prisk, actually it was Wilcox first there. And it is 1st and 10 Dumas, and now let's see what happens on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, with the exception of that touchdown run on that first kickoff a long time ago, our kicking team has done a pretty good job. This time they set up shop on the 31-yard line in their own end of the field.
Down by 7. Norez on the far side, Benavides on the near side. Prisk and Binge and Collier round out the secondary. The linebackers are Jimenez and Collier. 4 down linemen for the Whitefaces. Hereford looks like they're coming on the blitz, but they don't. 4-man rush. Johnson in trouble. Pulls it down. Now throws underneath, and his receiver doesn't see it. Hits him right on the foot. 2nd down and 10.
He really didn't see the ball, but it was so low, I don't think he could have caught it anyway. He came from the far side and turned across the middle. Johnson looked, and finally found that guy and threw it, but he threw it low to his feet and incomplete.
2nd down and 10, Dumas. 9:03 left in the ball game.
We could use a turnover right here.
Oh, could we ever? Well, let's see what the Whitefaces, see if they can get some heat on Johnson. They've certainly done it much better in the second half. 4 down linemen. This time they bring 6. Johnson dumps it out to the right side, complete to his tailback, Gonzalez. He gains out to about the 35. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Well, that's really not too bad a defense.
Cameron and Norez
threw it out in the flat on the right-hand side, and he turned it upfield and picked up about 3. So it's 3rd down and 7. Good defense so far in this series.
Huge play for both teams right here. Dumas at their own 35, trailing by 7 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the ball game. Johnson brings them up. This time he sends 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Gonzalez, the running back, next to him. Hereford bluffs the blitz. Now drops back. Johnson swings it out here. Got a man complete to Gonzalez. He slips a tackle, and he is down. Is that a flag on the play?
I don't know. I didn't see.
It's a bad flag, but I think it's a flag. I mean, something was thrown on the field there. It's going to be 4th down and about 3. Let's see what the officials now as they huddle up. A little powwow at the 38-yard line. That was a 3rd down play. The Whitefaces are going to decline the penalty. Holding against Dumas. It's going to be 4th down and 3. And let's see now what the Demons do. Dare they go for it here with 8:19 left to play, trailing by 7. Hereford says we'll take our chances. 4th and 3 Dumas. And the Whiteface defensive unit now is going to get them stopped. Dumas sends the punting unit out. Again, Hereford's got to be cautious, though.
Yeah, they've got to be cautious on a deal like this, but with 8 minutes and there's quite a bit of time left, and I think they'll kick it away. We shall see. If the Demons have a fake, this might be the place you'd see it. 8:17 left in the ball game. Clock should be running and is. Back to punt now. The Demons are 4th and 3 from their own 37-yard line. Whitefaces draw in tight. Long signal count. Here's the snap. It is a punt. Off the side of his foot, going to hit down about the 35 of Hereford and roll forward and roll dead at the Hereford 31, where the Whitefaces will take over leading by 7 with 7:53 to play. And now, critical series for both teams. Well, it is for a fact that this is one of those times that we could kind of make things a little easier for ourselves by moving the ball on down the field here, and if nothing else, get good field position. Whitefaces lead by 7. They have trailed all night long until early in the 4th quarter when Lozoya took it in, gave them a 7-point lead, and now they have the ball and that lead as the offensive unit comes back on the field. 2 big guys on the near side are Felipe Enriquez and Al Perez. Between the 2 of them, they weigh about 600 pounds. Wide side right, shotgun formation. Goodwill takes the snap. Hands off inside. Lozoya, big hold. He's to the 40. Lozoya to the 45. Finally slung down at that point, but he gains 15 right up the gut. 1st and 10 Hereford. Boy, that was a good job blocking on the left side. He found the hole over there and busted out in the open real quick. Made about 15 yards and a Hereford 1st down. Beavers and Cawthorn and Blakely up front. Those guys on that left side that time did do a good job. As Kuby said, 7:45 to play. Clock running now with the Whitefaces up by 7 and a fresh set of downs at their own 44. Wide side right.
Out of the shotgun, Lozoya up the gut, runs into his blockers and struggles for about a yard, does Nathan, but not much doing that time. Second down upcoming.
Well, his blockers kind of got stymied up in front of him, and he ran into the back of the blockers, and there wasn't anywhere for him to go. He did pick up about a yard on the play.
Lozoya, 118 yards. I believe that is his career high, Coob.
Yeah, it is, without a shadow of a doubt.
7:18 to play. Here comes Jonathan Davis into the huddle as they're slow in setting the ball, and that's fine with us, leading by 7. Oh, pardon me, that was not Jonathan. That was Yostin who brought the play in. Bridwell and Caceres go to the left. Shotgun formation, wide side right. Bridwell straight back, 4-man rush. Looks out here, got Silva open at the 35, right on the money, and Matt knows what to do with it. 1st and 10, Hereford, a gain of 19 on the play.
Boy, down the field, Silva did, then turned toward the sideline, and Parker Bridwell laid that ball right in there. He caught it in stride. He caught it in stride.
He is throwing it like a champ and doing the Brett Favre along with it. He has had a great night throwing the football. Whitefaces lead by 7. 6:50 left to play. Wide side left. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. That's Silva. Out of the shotgun now, Lozoya gets it here. Nope. Kept by Bridwell. He runs left. He's got 5. Bridwell bounces to the outside. He's got a first down and all the way down, and the ball comes loose, but it goes out of bounds down around the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Hereford.
Well, he got close to the sideline over there when he fumbled it, and like you said, he went out of bounds. But again, he faked the ball to Lozoya and took it off left tackle. Good hole over there. He busted out in the open real quick and ran it all the way down for a first down. Good job.
Well, the Whiteface is looking like a well-oiled machine at the moment. In comes Jonathan Davis with the play. Passes it along to Parker Bridwell. Whiteface offensive line, what a job those guys have done. The official says start the clock.
You bet.
So the Whiteface has now come up. Just over 6.5 minutes left in this ball game. Hereford leading by 7. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Bridwell inside. Lozoya, little hole, finds some running room, and the tailback gets inside the 20. About a 3-yard pickup, maybe 2. Second down upcoming.
We could be using a little bit more time. There was 15 seconds left on the clock that time when we ran that thing. We could be taking just a little bit more time.
Maybe you need to call down to the sideline and pass the word along.
Coach D, take a little more time.
Halfway through the final period, Hereford leading by 7. The winner plays Estacado. The loser plays Big Spring, but both are going to the playoffs. Wide side of the right, we stack those 3 receivers. Out to the right side, Bridwell. Hands off back inside Lozoya. He slips a tackle. Lozoya has a first down. Lozoya inside the 5. Lozoya will score. Lozoya running through would-be tacklers, leaving them in his wake, and the Whitefaces lead by 13 with a point after upcoming. 5:41 to play.
Boy, that was really a good job of blocking on the left side, and also a good job of Lozoya running that ball, because he got hit a couple of times and broke some tackles and went right into the end zone.
It looked like a bowling ball out there, I'm telling you, man. Leaving them in the wake. 5:41 left. Hereford up by 13. Bridwell to hold as we try to make it a 14-point lead. Hereford has scored 22 unanswered points, as Keith Jackson would say. Good snap. Kick is down and up. It is far enough. It is through. The Whitefaces lead it by 14. Back in 1 minute. It is 34-20 Whitefaces. Cindy says the force is with us.
It's a little more exciting game now since we lead by 14 than it was a little while ago.
A lot more laughter in the booth.
Yeah.
Lozoya, that 20-yard run, his second TD of the night, and he's got, 140 yards rushing? 140 on the night. The Whitefaces have 26 first downs. I'm telling you, we get better every time we take the field, Coob. I do believe that.
The offensive line is really doing a good job here
I'm
tonight.
telling you, just wearing them out. But we got to play some defense still. 5:41 left, so not over yet. Coobie's not in voice yet.
You're exactly right.
Here's Parker ready to kick it away. What a job that guy has done. Gets this from left side, going to go out of bounds. That's not terrible. Honestly, they'll bring it out to the 30 unless they want him to kick it again. They may want him to kick it again.
Dude, I hope they take it on the 30.
Well, let's see. The Whitefaces, Parker Bridwell is retreating. Yep, they want him to kick it again.
Oh, good grief.
Number 35.
Dumas, what's the matter with you?
Parker wants to kick it again from the 40, but they're going to make him move back 5 yards. That's a good try, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to buy that. The Whitefaces, down 20-12 in the third quarter, have come storming back and lead this thing 34-20 with 5:41 to play. Dumas in need, obviously, of some kind of big play in a hurry. You recall Dumas burned a timeout on defense in that third quarter, so they only have 2 remaining if that should become an issue. Dumas with 2 big plays in the first half, a 90-yard touchdown return and an 82-yard touchdown pass, and then a 36-yard fourth down pass in the second half. So they've done their damage in big chunks. The Whitefaces obviously want to prevent that at this point.
Yeah, we need to make them snap that ball several times and use up clock.
Let's see now as Parker and the mates deploy. He'll kick it from the 35. Demons should get pretty good field position here, though.
Yeah,
so let's see what happens.
I'm afraid they're going to.
Bridwell hits it high, end over end, but short this time at the 20-yard line. Caught there by the Demons, back to the 25, to the 30, and a tackle at the 35. Wow, somebody, I think it's Galvan, either he or could have been Kevin Willier, but one of them upended the return man. And so it's really not a tragic thing. Dumas got 5 yards, actually, on making this re-kick.
Yeah, that's right. That wasn't too bad at all. Boy, did he turn that ball carrier flip, whoever it was that made that tackle. And Dumas takes over on their own 35-yard line.
5:36 left in the ball game. Whitefaces lead by 14. Dumas has the ball.
Nothing easy now, defense. Don't let them get behind you, boys.
All right, Kuby giving instructions. I'm not sure that's permitted from the press box. 4-man rush for the Whitefaces. Binger on the outside. Here comes Hereford with an all-out blitz. He throws it underneath, complete to his wide-out Whitfield, and he makes about 7 or 8, but he's brought down by the hobbled one, Jordy Collier, 2nd down and 3.
Boy, he's kind of scary when he gets that ball, I'll tell you, because he is hard to get a hold of.
Whitfield is, Eric is a junior, and he can scoot. 2nd and 3, clock running, though, down to 5:15 left to play. Hereford up by 14. Johnson with a wide side of the right. Hereford bluffs the blitz and now rushes forward. Johnson straight back. Looks, throws out here. Got a man there. The pass is complete to O'Gean. He's brought down immediately by Collier, but it's to the Hereford 43. 1st and 10 Dumas. 5:02 left.
That's the second time he's caught a pass along the sideline, pretty wide open.
Mm-hmm.
We had a guy behind him, all right, far enough down the field where he couldn't get behind us, but we might have been a little bit too far that time.
Run clock run would be the advice I'd give.
You bet.
5 minutes left to play. 1st and 10 Dumas from the Hereford 42. Johnson straight back. Whitefaces come at him, and they get him, but he gets away. Johnson running, and then is escaping back to the line of scrimmage. Game 1, lost the ball. A scramble for it. I think Dumas got it back. Clock is running, should be running, and they've stopped the clock. Wow. The official never stopped the clock, and the officials here stopped the clock. 4:45 left. Now it starts back.
Now it's going.
Wow. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Well, we put a little pressure on him, and he started to scramble, and he couldn't pick up many yards, about 2 on the play.
4.5 minutes left. Hereford up by 14. Dumas at the Hereford 41. 2nd down and 8. Johnson straight back. Here comes the blitz.
Back off.
This time he escapes to the right side. He's running for his life. Johnson gets to the corner, throws long, overthrows everyone. It'll be 3rd down and 8. 4:19 left to play.
Well, we're putting a little heat on him. It makes a difference when he's
Jordy Collier,
when he's running for his life over there and throwing that thing. He can't throw quite as accurate, and we just need to put a little heat on him if we possibly can.
I repeat, watch Jordy Collier. He can hardly walk.
Oh, I know it. He is doing his best, but he just can't keep from limping because he's hurting.
His left ankle, he hurt it first running play of the game and came out, got retaped a couple of times. He's played all the way since then, but he is hobbled. 4:19 to play, 3rd and 8. Dumas at the Hereford 41-yard line. Johnson out of the shotgun. Hereford, and Johnson's going to keep it. He rolls right. Johnson has room. Johnson's inside the 20. Johnson inside the 15. A flag goes down. Part of this is going to come back. Johnson to about the 5, but there is a hold on the far side down around the 15-yard line.
Oh, boy. You could see an opening over there that time, and I mean Johnson found it around the right side and went right down the sideline. And very nearly got in for a touchdown, but part of it's coming back.
It's going to be a hold against Dumas down around the 14-yard line. Move it back to the 24-yard line from the spot of the foul. 4:09 left. Hereford leading by 14, but now Dumas gets in here. This is still a ball game, folks.
No doubt about it. There's still too much time.
They've got 2 timeouts remaining, Dumas does. The clock will start when this thing is marked ready for play. It is a 1st down, so they got to move the chains ahead. Dumas should be at the line of scrimmage ready to snap the ball when it's marked ready for play. Here comes Garza hustling into the lineup for the Whitefaces, and hustling out is Hill. Well, 1st and 10 Dumas from the 25-yard line of Hereford. And the clock is running just over 4 minutes to play. Johnson back to throw. Johnson throws it long in the corner. Got Whitfield there. Whitfield can't get to the ball. Oh, the Whitefaces very nearly got an interference. We never saw the football. Priss came hustling over there, and Whitfield couldn't make the catch. 4 minutes left, 2nd and 10.
Ooh, boy, that guy likes to throw deep. I mean, he throws deep a bunch.
Well, he's you know, and here's another holding call against Dumas.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't either until I just looked up right then, but Dumas started retreating, and the Whitefaces no doubt will take the penalty. Here comes Wilcox into the ball game.
Yeah, let's take every penalty we can get and move them away from the goal line as far as we can.
Hollingsworth gets a breather. We're trying to keep fresh folks out there, trying to rotate those rushers so they can keep some pressure on Johnson. And here's the walk-off from the 25. Dumas with their second hold on successive plays. Moves it back to the 35. So it is 1st and 20 from the 35, exactly 4 minutes to play. Again, every play we can tackle them in bounds. Every moment the clock can be running. Advantage Whitefaces. They lead by 14.
Well, that's right. We needed to run a little bit.
Dumas with 2 timeouts left. 1st down and 20, I beg your pardon, from the 35 of Hereford. Johnson out of the shotgun. Johnson's going to run student body right again. He gets to the corner, but he'll not get, he does get out of bounds. He gets about 5 yards, stops the clock with 3:55 to play. Good defense over on the far side. Collier and both Colliers, Cameron, and also Benavides out there on the tackle.
Well, he ran the same play that he ran a while ago, but we closed on him a little bit this time. He did pick up about 5, but that was pretty good defense.
But he got out of bounds, and there's 3:55 left to play. It is 2nd down and 15 from the Hereford 30. Got to reach the 15 for the 1st down. But obviously Dumas is looking for a touchdown here, trailing by 7. Johnson straight back. Here comes the rush. Come on. Johnson in trouble. Gets away, and up the field he goes, but down he goes. And he might have gotten about 2 or 3 on the play, but again, precious seconds tick away. 3rd down and 12.
Well, he acted like he kind of stopped there before he got hit, like he didn't want to get hit too hard. He's kind of hurting
He's shaking up a little bit. He is. Clock is running again. Precious time, and you would think Dumas would take a timeout right here and let Johnson recover, but they're not going to do it. 3 minutes, 24 seconds left to play. 3rd down and 12 Dumas. Wide side left.
Run, clock, run.
Straight back. Johnson looking. Now throws long into the end zone. Got a man back there. The ball fought for. Flags go flying everywhere.
That's going to be against.
Let's see if it's caught. It's a touchdown. I fear Kubi's right. 3:10 left to play. The flag, I think, against the Hereford defensive back. And obviously will be declined by the Demons. A kick here, and it's a 7-point ball game, and Dumas still has 2 timeouts left.
Oh, boy, I'm telling you, they've had some big plays in this ball game. In fact, nearly every score they've made's been on.
Oh, it has. 82, 90, 36, and what was that one, Cindy? 20-something. 3:10 left to play. It is now a 6-point ball game. I'm sorry, an 8-point ball game with Dumas trying to tack on the point after. The kicker for the Demons is Matt Marquez. Hereford's probably, well, we'll see. Dumas might try the onside kick after this. We'll just wait and see. The Demons now trying to make it a 7-point ball game. The kick is down. It's far enough. It is good. It's 34-27. Hereford by 7. 3:10 left to play. Back in 1 minute.
You live in Hereford and you need a job right now. Who do you go to? Don't go to someone who does it manually. Go to Innovative Staffing Solutions. Because they live
How far was the Pine? Whitefaces lead by 7. What a football game it has been, and give the Demons credit for battling back and taking that thing down and getting the 28-yard pass on 3rd and 12. It was going to be a 1st down regardless because of the interference call against Hereford, but as it turned out, it was a touchdown because Olguin hauled it in. Let's see if Dumas goes onside here, or it looks like that's the formation they've got. This is pretty risky stuff if they do it and don't get it. They have 2 timeouts left. Let's see what the Demons do. He hits it. It goes 5 yards. It goes 10 yards, and then there's a mad scramble for it, and Dumas says they got it. I think we just stood back, the Whitefaces did, and Demons jumped on the football. Did it go 10 yards? That's what the powwow is about. The Whiteface coaches are saying it did not. The officials are all huddled in a little knot.
We hadn't had a break in the...
This is a huge, huge decision. Did it go 10 yards or did it not? We made a mistake, honestly, there by backing away from the football instead of going after it. And now the Dumas coach, Coach Bird, out on the field on the far side. The officials cannot decide. Wow.
Well, we won't get a break.
It is Hereford's ball, I think. He hasn't signaled yet, but where he is standing is not 10 yards. And it was illegal touching against Dumas. It is Hereford's ball at the 49-yard line, 49.5 of Dumas. And Coach Bird out to protest now on the far side. Hereford has the ball and a 7-point lead, 3:10 left to play.
I'll tell you one thing, it was awful close because that guy come along and took that ball, I mean, right on top of the 50-yard line, and they got it marked about 1 inch inside that line.
The Whitefaces have the ball and a 7-point lead, but now got to get a couple of first downs or Dumas gets it back. But what Dumas did do is give up huge field position by kicking it to that point if Hereford has to punt. Shotgun formation for the Whitefaces. Ball at midfield, 1st and 10. Bridwell, Lazoya, left side. Finds about 2, maybe 3 yards. 2nd down and 8. Clock running inside 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, we need to milk that clock as far as we can down, or not snap it with 15 seconds left on that thing, I'll tell you that.
Dumas has 2 timeouts left. They trail by 7. Again, you'd think this was for the World Championship, and it's just to see who you play in the playoffs. Both teams are going. But there is great excitement, as you can imagine, on both sides. 2:40 and counting. Dumas did not use a timeout there. They have 2 remaining. Now Hereford late getting the play in as Jonathan Davis brings it in. 2.5 minutes to play. Clock continuing to run. Down to 7 seconds on the 25-second clock. Bridwell brings them up.
Hurry up, Bridwell.
Down to 3 seconds. Snaps it. Hands off. Lazoya straight ahead, and he gets 5 to the 45. Now Dumas surely will take a timeout here. We're down to 2:17. They haven't yet. The Demons don't use the timeout.
Good. I hope they
3rd and 5. 2 minutes, over 2 minutes to play. The clock now marked ready for play at 2:05. So Hereford can run it down to 2:40. A first down here and the ball game, to 1:40. First down here and the ball game is over.
I think you're right, but I'm telling you that 5 yards is going to be hard to get here.
We're going to let the 25-second clock run down to 1 and take a timeout with what will be 1 minute and 41 seconds, I believe, left to play. And the Whitefaces stop it at 1:40 and come to the near side for the powwow. We'll keep it here. Hereford up 34-27. 1 minute 40 left. 3rd and 5 from the Dumas 40. Do you throw it here, Coop?
Oh, I don't know. It depends on how close they are. If they're giving you any space at all, I might want to throw it, but throw it over here to JC and see if he can't make the first down.
I'd say you might as well throw it here. I mean, Dumas has 2 timeouts left. If you throw incomplete, they can save one of those timeouts, but on the other side of the coin, if you throw it and complete it, it's a first down. It's going to be hard to make it running, I'll be truthful.
Yeah, I think it will be, too.
1:40 left to play. 34-27. Hereford by 7. The Whitefaces have had the big meeting here on the near side. Now they hustle back out there. Perez and all his mates out there. Enriquez. Berryman's out there at tackle on the near side. Wide side right, 3 receivers to the right. All alone in the backfield is Bridwell. Let's see if Dumas comes on the blitz. They do. Bridwell pumps, fakes, throws off the fingertips of Hunter, and Hereford will have to punt it away. Almost made the connection to the Bridwell boys. 1:36 left. Dumas will get it back with probably somewhere around minute 25 left to play.
Oh, boy. Well,
let's fake it here. Let's fake the punt.
Yeah, let's do. Well, I don't know. It's dangerous to punt to that guy. He's pretty good run backer, but I mean, still, we got to punt it down.
I think JC can punt it away from him. I mean, he's punting again. Dumas is going to get the punt somewhere around the 15-yard line if the Whitefaces can get the cover. Dumas has got 9 men up. They're coming all out now. It's up to JC to get a good kick away here and make sure he doesn't get it blocked. And now there's a flag.
Yeah, we moved.
And the Whitefaces move, so that'll move it back to midfield. Really won't change too much, but obviously makes the punt or the field 5 yards shorter for Dumas. 1:36 left in the ball game. 4th down and 10, Hereford. Dumas with 2 timeouts. Hereford with a 7-point lead. Dumas must get, obviously, the football into the end zone and kick the point after, or the Whitefaces get the victory. Again, battling for second place in the district, and it has been a battle royal. Again, JC back. Dumas with an all-out rush. Good snap. Here comes the rush. Kicks away. It's a beauty. Sails away. Fielded at the 15-yard line. Sipavon runs through one tackler, tries to get to the corner and does, and he's going to be back to the 30, 35, 40, up near midfield, still on his feet into Hereford territory and down at the Hereford 44, and the ball is fumbled forward, and Sipavon, no, he didn't fall it. He is returning it for a touchdown. He did not go down. He has run that thing back 85 yards with 1:14 left to play, and Dumas is an extra point away from tying this ball game. I cannot believe it.
Well, I can't believe that. I thought he was down over there 3 times. I couldn't. Did he fumble it in the air?
No, he didn't fumble it. They spun him, and I thought he had fumbled it then, but he never went down. And Sipavon runs it back for an 85-yard. Now that is, they've had a 90-yard kickoff return, an 85-yard punt return, a 92-yard pass play, and it is a 1-point ball game as Dumas has scored with 1:14 left to play.
Well, this kind of
unbelievable.
This kind of scares me a little bit that they might go for 2.
I don't think so. But if they want to, I mean, and they're going to take a timeout, Dumas is. They're going to talk it over at least. We'll take a 30-second break. Dumas in 1 point down with 1:14 to play. We're back in 1/2 minute. Just to be. We're almost 2 hours and 50 minutes old. It is 34-33 Hereford. Dumas apparently is talking about going for 2, Coop. I saw Johnson looks a little bit hobbled to me. I was just watching him as they started to come out on the field. But if he comes out, that means they're going for 2. And he does. Yep, he comes out. They're going for 2. Wow. This is the ball game right here in all likelihood. Dumas trying to win it with 1:14 left to play after their 4th huge play of it. In fact, their shortest touchdown of the night is 28 yards. Their longest is 92. But they all count the same. A 2-point try for Dumas now as they trail 34-33. Hereford does have 3 timeouts left.
He may run
if we need them. Let's see what Johnson does. Out of the shotgun.
He
takes the snap, rolls right. He's looking to throw. Looking, throws it into the end zone. It is, did he catch it or not? No signal. Now finally signaled by the official that the pass is complete. Dumas leads by 1, 35-34, with a kickoff upcoming. Wow. The officials waited a long time. I don't know what the question was, whether did he catch it or was he in the end zone, but in any event, the 2 hands go up, and Hereford trails by a point.
Isn't that something? I cannot believe this ball game. That is unbelievable.
Well, what's really sad is, and again, they all count. Don't misunderstand what I'm about to say. But the best team is not ahead in this football game right now. I'll just say it that way. But they count them any way you can get them. And Dumas has gotten them in huge chunks. 85, 92, 82, 36, and 28. That's the length of their 5 touchdowns. And then the 2-point play. Gutsy call by Coach Burt to go for it there. But the Whitefaces, we've got to get it obviously close enough for a field goal try. 1:14. And we have played so well here tonight. But right now we're in 1:14 away from being the 3rd place team in the district. Now the officials are going to have a little huddle. Checking, I think the timeout totals must be what they're checking. I don't know. Powwow on the far side, as John Madden always says, makes me nervous when those guys start getting together out there.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's all over with. Now they're going to kick it away. JC and Hinojosa, I believe it could be Chris Carrillo. Can't tell if it's 26 or 25, the 2 deep guys. Don't forget, tomorrow the cross-country team runs the ladies for the state championship. 1:40 tomorrow afternoon. KPN will bring you that just as quickly as they get the word. Here we go. Dumas to kick it away. This time there'll be no onside kick attempt. As the Demons hit it, line drive it and kick it into and out the back of the end zone. JC falls down and downs it, and 1:14 left still. The Whitefaces have to go most of 80 yards to get close enough for a field goal try. What trick might we have up our sleeve, Coob?
Boy, I don't know. This thing has stunned me. I can't hardly say anything. Just a few minutes ago, we were 14 points ahead, and now we're 1 point down.
14 points ahead with 5 minutes and 41 seconds to play and all the momentum in the world. And Dumas made a couple of big plays, and then the punt return, just unthinkable, I'd say the punt return was, but that's how it happened. Let's see what Bridwell and the Whitefaces can do in a minute 14, 80 yards away. He rose right on first down, 3-man rush, fires it out here, a diving catch. Nope, not made by Yostin. He caught it, but he was out of bounds, says the ref. 2nd down and 10.
Sprint pass to the right that time. They were trying to hit along the sideline and get out of bounds to stop the clock, and Yostin was out of bounds with it.
Took 6 seconds to run that play. Dumas fans obviously exhilarated on the far side. The Whiteface fans kind of like us in slight-jawed amazement on the near side. Let's see what the Whitefaces can do on 2nd and 10. Dumas, they've got a safety 35 yards deep. Bridwell looks, fires it out here. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off and down to the 20. Intended for Jonathan Davis. The first turnover of the night for the Whitefaces will be the final snap of the night for the Whitefaces. 1:01 left. Dumas has sealed the deal.
Well, no doubt about it. He tried to hit Jonathan Davis that time. The boy stepped in front of him and made the interception here. He wasn't going to get very far anyway, but the interception kind of sealed the deal, like I said, for Dumas.
At the Hereford 18, the Whitefaces will play Big Spring next Saturday at Lowry Field. We don't know the time yet, but that's the deal. Dumas will play Estacado. Bridwell has had a great night. Do not let one pick ruin what has been a wonderful performance by him. And the Whitefaces. Johnson goes down under center. They'll get in the victory defense. Hereford does have timeouts left, I think 3. Johnson drops to his knee, and Hereford uses the timeout. But we can't get it stopped until 3 more seconds run off the clock. 58 seconds to play.
Well, that's all they have to do is do that 3 times.
Well, no, we've got 3 timeouts. I can't see the scoreboard, but
58.
No, I can't see our timeout total on the scoreboard. I can see the 58. But that's our first timeout, I believe. Cindy, can you see the... well, it shows 1 timeout left for the Whitefaces. I don't know. When did we use a timeout? Oh, we did. We used one. I beg your pardon. We used one before the 3rd down play up here, just before the punt.
That's true.
So we can stop it one more time, and then Dumas will snap it one more time, and Hereford will go to 3-2 in district play, and Dumas gets a great win. That's all there is to it. That's what it is for them. It is a tough loss for us.
Yeah, no doubt about that. After getting the lead like we did there, with not much time left. Those are the time games that hurt worst, when you have a 14-point lead with 5 minutes to go and you end up losing the ball game.
Well, and honestly, again, we have pretty well dominated this football game. I don't mean no reflection on Dumas, but we could play a bunch of times, I don't believe, and lose again to Dumas. I really don't. But we're going to tonight, and that's all that counts. Johnson goes down under center, takes the snap, drops to his knee. Hereford will stop it with 54 seconds, 53 now. They run another 3 off the clock. Come on, guys. Let's at least be fair about the deal. 3rd down and no timeouts remaining. So he'll snap it here, drop to his knee. They won't mark it till it's probably, he may not have to snap it again, honestly. Dumas up 35-34. The Whitefaces will lose their 4th game of the season, their 2nd in district play, and we will play Big Spring, a team we beat down in Big Spring earlier in the year. Dumas will play Estacado. And obviously it's a joyous crowd here in Dumas tonight. And a tough night for the guys in maroon and white. They'll remember this one a long, long time. Cindy's got all kinds of numbers to add up here. I can see already Hereford, Dumas almost dead even in the yards. 450 to 447. That's the total yardage on the night. Dumas snaps it one more time. And again, the celebration is about to begin here for the Demons. 35-34. Johnson again goes down under center. Takes the snap, drops back. He's going to let as much time run now, drops to his knee. 52 seconds left. They stop the clock this time for some unknown reason. Hereford's out of timeouts, and the official marks it ready for play.
Now it's going again.
Well,
I don't know why they ever
did he mark it ready for play or not?
I don't know.
He steps away, and now he marks it at, well, he still lets it run down to 37. So with 12 seconds left, Dumas will have to snap it again. Hereford will get the ball back. If Dumas doesn't pick up the first down, of course, we'll get it back 71 yards away from their end zone. The 25-second clock is down to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. They're going to use a timeout with 13 seconds left to play. Well, it runs down to 12 now, to 11-10. Come on. Good night. Again, I mean, it's a little deal, but that's another 3 seconds there. And that all, the clock would have about 19 seconds on it if it had stopped correctly. 19 seconds gives you 2 or 3 plays. 10 seconds gives you none.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
Generally, the officials, one of them watches the clock and kind of has them correct that up in the booth, and now they put it back to 13. Thank you very much. We got back 3 of the 9 we lost. But Dumas is going to win this football game, and it doesn't matter 3 seconds or not. I don't know what the Demons will do here. I would imagine snap it to Johnson, and then after they snap it to him, he runs around as long as he can. And we'll see how much time goes away. But Hereford will, again, unless Dumas picks up about 20 yards here on this play, Hereford will get the football for at least one more snap. And you can run one of those Stanford band plays, maybe, Coop. 27 laterals. Johnson's going down under center again. We got to go after him here. He can't, as long as he's up, the clock, well, he hands off to the tailback, and he runs right side, and he is down, and that's with 9 seconds left. Hereford gets the football at their own 25-yard line. 75 yards needed. 1 play, maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe 2. That's true. If you can make a first down.
Well, yeah, I'm saying
it would stop to move the change.
Yeah, I'm saying probably 1 long throw, maybe 2. Dumas has, okay, they've got a guy at their 30-yard line. So that would make him, he's back to the 20. He's 50 yards deep, and I'm not exaggerating. The white faces, Bridwell, going to try to chunk it one time, probably short and lateral. Looking, and he is tripped up. Reached out, and that's all she wrote. The white faces wind up 35-34 on the short end of the score to the Dumas Demons. And in so doing, Dumas claims second place. The white faces third. And Hereford will leave here a very dejected team tonight.
Well, there's no doubt about that. I'm not sure we're playing we may be playing a team that's weaker than Estacada, but we wanted to win this ball game. I'm telling you, win every game that we possibly can.
Well, the white faces, again, just had it slip away, led it 34-20 with 5 minutes left to play, 5:20 left to play, and Dumas scored 2 touchdowns and then a 2-point conversion after that last touchdown and win the football game as the team's a clean football game on both sides. They exchange handshakes out at midfield, and obviously it's a big night for Dumas and a very disappointing night for the guys in maroon and white. That's what it is. So let's take a 60-second timeout. Cindy's got some numbers to add up, and we'll be back to tell you about all that when we return in 1 minute. All right, back here in Dumas, the dust settling. The white faces gather in front of the band as the school song is played here tonight, and for the white faces, the last regular season game. Fortunately, there's postseason play, but a very, very gut-wrenching, heartfelt 35-34 loss to Dumas here tonight. And again, credit to Dumas for doing what they needed to do to win the football game, but Tough loss for the Whitefaces, Coop.
Boy, you're not kidding. That's the toughest. That's the worst kind. Like I said, when somebody comes from behind in the last part and then goes for two with just 15 seconds left or 19 seconds left, and just barely get it in down there. Boy, that is the worst kind of defeat you can have.
Well, again, we made some great plays, had some wonderful drives. Bridwell had a great night. I thought 18 out of 28 for 220 yards. He did have a pick there late. Johnson for Dumas, 18 out of 29 for 346 yards and no intercepts. And again, it was the big plays that did the Whitefaces in. 90-yard kickoff return, 85-yard punt return, 82-yard pass play, 38-yard pass play, and 26-yard pass play. And the Demons down the Whitefaces 35-34. 450 total yards for Hereford, 230 rushing, 220 passing. 447 for Dumas, 101 rushing, 346 passing. The Whitefaces penalized 4 times for 25 yards. Dumas 10 for 85 yards in the ball game. Hereford was 8 out of 15 on third. Dumas 6 out of 12. Both teams 1 out of 1 on fourth. Dumas's was for a touchdown, you'll recall. The scoring, Dumas scored first, 3-play, 82-yard pass play to Olguin. Hereford pulled within a point, 80-yard drive, 12-play. 10-yard pass to Silva, missed the kick. 88-yard drive, Hereford, 11-play, 4-yard pass to Bridwell. Then the ensuing kickoff returned 90 yards by Whitfield, missed the point, 13-12 Dumas. 77-yard drive, 9-play for Dumas, their only drive, honestly, of the night. 36-yard pass on 4th down to Olguin on 4th and 15. 51-yard drive by Hereford, 8 plays, 1-yard run by Collier, 2-point conversion, Bridwell to Bridwell. 69-yard drive, 8-play, 3-yard run, Lozoya. 68-yard drive, 6-play, 20-yard run, Lozoya. 65-yard drive by Dumas, 8 plays, 28-yard pass to Josh Olguin, and then the 85-yard punt return and the 2-point conversion, and that's the ball game. 35-34 Dumas, Lozoya, 21 carries, 145 yards. The Whitefaces had 3 receptions for Caceres for 82 yards, 8 for 69 for Silva, and about, let's see, I believe Bridwell had 26 yards on 3 catches, Hunter did. And the Whitefaces wind up 35-34 losers. And we play against Big Spring next Saturday at Lowry Field sometime in the afternoon.
Either 2-4, noon, 2 or 4
is what they said, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, Coob, any closing thoughts here tonight?
Well, we've already said that, it was just a really disappointing loss for the Whitefaces, but you got to give Dumas credit. They did what they had to do to win, and
sure.
Those big plays just did us in. That's all there was to it.
All right, the Whitefaces 6-4 on the season, 3-2 in the district, and we'll be on hand next Saturday for postseason play when Hereford takes on the Big Spring Steers. So that's going to do it for tonight. Again, the cross-country team, remember, runs at 1:40 tomorrow. The girls, KPN, will have the results as quickly as they can get it, and we will be reporting it to you live on the air. Tonight, though, Dumas wins 35-34, and Hereford winds up as the third-place team in District 3-4A. For all your Whiteface sports sponsors, this is Tom Simon.